Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. We are playing Genshin. As noted by the game itself, we're waiting for Dainsleif to show up. I got Daniel here
Well,
so far.
well, let's go find the Dainsleif who's supposed to be arriving but hasn't actually appeared.
Yay. Oh yeah, once
This
Greg
man
gets here I
needs to
have some
actually
news.
arrive. Well, that's concerning. Does it affect your streaming schedule?
Slightly, yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
Ah, yeah, right, he's fucking silent because... Ah,
You were waiting for me.
that is not Spider-Man.
It's been a while, Finn. And yeah, after we heard what went down, we figured you'd shown up.
Am I that predictable?
Quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Ian-san. She insisted on coming here to thank you in person.
Is this the first time a regular, like, NPC has met him? I'm trying to think if there's any other NPCs that have met him. Like an NPC that's relevant.
I feel like he's talked to some named NPC before, but...
What has he interacted with? I don't know if he's interacted with, like, anybody. I'm trying to think. I don't think he has.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsleif. Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order.
It would be really funny if this is how the Dainsleif fan club starts into that.
He would be like, no. No!
I'm supposed to be secret! I'm supposed to be Batman! And then Dilo comes by.
I'm supposed to be Batman, but I'm voiced by Spider-Man.
No, Dilo comes in and says, yeah, I know the feeling, man. I tried to be secret too.
Yeah. No need to thank me. I hunt the Abyss Order for my own reasons.
Please don't mind him, Ian-san. He always talks like that. He's a pretty nice guy deep down.
Yeah.
Just rubbing that in his face.
No, he met... I know who he met. He met Kaya, didn't he? Like in the Sumeru one? Didn't he meet Kaya? Where he's like, oh, you're... Oh. Like, didn't he meet Kaya? I think he did.
It's quite all right.
I'm Googling it.
Uezo Janssen respects those of great power. It's quite clear that he meant no offense, and I am still delighted to make his acquaintance.
Yes, they did. In the Carry Bear quest.
Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now. Take your time.
Sure thing.
And then he's like, thank God I can finally speak about spoilers again.
Isn't exactly over. See you later, Ian-san.
Don't die out there!
There she goes, and despawn.
Would it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's
No,
our friend.
I mean, yes.
Dainsleif. I'm Dainsleif right now. I'm not Spider-Man right now. Janssen. Yes, I remember the name, but I'll invest more emotion that is necessary in dealing with the citizens of the Seven. It's a matter of principle for me.
Okay, buddy.
Fine.
Oh,
We'll let you off the hook.
So stubborn. But whatever. So anyway, Dane, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us? Any idea what they're trying to achieve with this war, for
They're
example?
looking for something. What is that something?
Never before have I seen the Abyss Order take action on such a large scale. Taken at face value, it seems highly illogical. In a war with the Atlanese, the odds are stacked firmly against them. They surely cannot be unaware of this. Their true goal must be a deeper one.
We thought so
They're looking for
too,
buried treasure.
but it sounds like you're no closer to learning what that goal is than we are.
I've been on the case for some time, even captured and interrogated several Abyss Order members. Oh yeah, I forgot he
And
can do that.
What'd you come up with?
Yet still, I'm none the wiser. I can only assume they've gone to great lengths to keep their real operations secret. I have a
So what
bad
are
feeling
they
about
telling
this.
on?
The Abyss Order is wasting a lot of its forces attacking Natlan, so where they stand to gain must hold enormous value to them.
What do you think we should do?
Beat up more of them.
Since they lack actionable intelligence for now, we might as well continue to focus on the fighting. Leave them to their secret plots. If they're so willing to sacrifice manpower for it, I intend to make that sacrifice greater and more painful than they ever could have anticipated.
Okay, buddy.
So he's just doing the Russia thing of, fuck it, I'm just gonna throw, oh, you're throwing bodies at me? Fuck you, I'm gonna kill you anyway. If you use this opportunity correctly... That made no sense, that sentence. My bad. If you use this opportunity correctly, I believe we can eliminate the vast majority of the Abyss Order's forces. I'll never be able to mount such a large campaign ever again. What?
His neck was incredibly low texture.
I don't know. That outcome is well worth our time. The sooner we can do that, the better. That's right. The ideal scenario would be to destroy them before they can reach their goal.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order, right?
That's a sentence.
Right. Damn, he agreed with her.
Wow.
He's just like, I want to murder things this bad.
Sounds like Dane's one-man attack on the enemy front has put him in a good mood. How about you? Any news to share from your end?
Well,
I got a key.
We found his sister's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty.
Wait, does Dainsleif know about the ship? I would assume so.
I would assume he does, because he knows, like, I mean, we've seen that he spent time with Lumine back when they were in Conria. So I'm assuming he, like, saw her fall and or, like, she told him later before, like, they just started to disagree with each other and walked away.
I guess.
So she's here in person. Unsurprising given the scale of this operation.
Oh, and there's more! After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl. She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see. And then, this other time, we saw a load of monsters, but she couldn't.
Yeah, we saw a load of monsters. We saw 2 fucking bastards.
No, we saw 4 of them.
Find the savior. Her description of this savior matched the traveler pretty closely, so we figured it's probably his sister.
No, it's just the other blonde person running around.
Hold on, that girl called her the savior?
Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dane?
There's a lot of things wrong with that.
Last time I heard that term was before the Cataclysm. Not just that, referred to your sister then, too.
She's a time traveler!
The myth of the savior when the Cataclysm was already taking place. It makes no sense. It's taking place before the Cataclysm?
Wasn't his sister called the princess, though? Where did this savior thing come from?
Well, she's called princess probably
Well, she was saving people as a princess.
It's-a-me, Peach!
No, Peach is a useless princess.
No, not in Super Princess Peach.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Outside of like 2 games, I think.
Also, in the movie, she like helps save herself quite a bit. Like when she gets kidnapped by Bowser, she has a plan and it works. Obviously, they can make Mario do most of the stuff because it's the Mario movie. But like, she's a fucking tough cookie. Well, when she was first granted the title of princess, the Vinster King and the entire court of Conria set about loudly proclaiming the might that she would bring to the nation. It made it sound as if with her there, all pain and suffering would be washed away and the future of Conria would be brighter than anyone could imagine. Yeah, it was bright. There was a lot of fire. It was like in Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's a lot of fire, isn't it? The Savior was a celebrity title given to the princess by those who believe this rhetoric. Of course, you know the story.
So,
in hindsight, the cruel irony is glaring. All that title really stood for was the Vinster King's lust for power.
Oh, sounds like the people of Conria really believed in her.
Well, they believed in her. It's the other people that were the problem.
Is that why Lumine is so determined to revive the homeland? Because she thinks she's failed as the Conrian savior? Certainly does explain everything. There must be other reasons. As for the girl you met, allow me to offer some speculation. I suspect she's descended from pure-blood Conrians afflicted with the curse of immortality. They must have resettled somewhere remote, cut off from the rest of the world. That would explain how our people retain their ancient beliefs, including the myth of the golden-haired savior.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya, except she grew up somewhere more isolated? Still, that doesn't explain.
She grew up in a cardboard box.
Situation.
What is she, Squidward in that one episode? Spare change, please. I mean, actually, that is pretty accurate because she just roams around. She can't provide us with any more valuable intelligence. It's just we shift our attention back to the Abyss Order.
Sure.
Well, why don't we just ask her what year it is?
The Masters of the Night Wind for tonight. You must be tired after all that fighting today.
I will consider it, but we must discuss our next steps first thing tomorrow morning. We can't give the Abyss Order any time to regroup.
But I need to go out and murder the Abyss Order! I like to imagine that Traveler did not move an inch and instead has just waited here the entire
Yeah, Paimon's left with Dainsleif and they've had drinks and they've chatted. They're like, why is he just standing there? Paimon's like, I don't know, he just does that.
No, it would be really funny if they assumed that the Traveler was with them and then it just turns out he wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
Like, where's the Traveler? I thought he was standing next to you, and then it just turns out that they haven't moved at all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're walking.
No, we can't give them that much time.
Is that
They must attack now!
Dane and Neon-san discussing strategy together? Huh. Looks like they're getting along just fine.
I mean, they have the same end goal, getting rid of the damn Abyss Order. So I could see why he's relying on her for, like, all of her stuff.
I mean, it could also just be so that they get out of the way of him, and he can just beat them up without remorse.
What are you guys talking about?
You're here. I have some good news to share with you.
What is flying and making noise?
We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their
Aqua-
intelligence has
Aquila.
reported that they've discovered the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan. After
They
their
fucking
front
what?
lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area. It's also where their central command is located. The
How could you
location?
tell what their central command
Cinder
looks
City.
like?
Cinder City.
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. Seems like their kind of place. Hey, this is great! This could be our chance to crush the Abyss Order once and for all! And with any luck, maybe we'll find your sister there too.
Yep, our army is almost ready, and we've sent a message to Mawika to let her know the plan. We can't really launch an operation this big without the okay from the Archon.
Sure you can.
Today's news. Boy. I beg to differ. This is wasting time. You have the intel you need, so act on it.
Why are we getting a lens flare on this, man?
I don't know. They positioned the sun badly. Oh, it's probably because like they figured most people just do like just drag it around, but I made it 8 a.m. so like the sun just happens to be there.
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsleif. I understand your concern, but an immediate strike is not on the cards for us.
Very
Well, then
I'll
I'm
go there
going
alone.
to immediately
Thank you for the
strike
intel.
them.
That's what he's saying.
Gonna go on your own? Come on, be sensible. Just wait a tiny bit longer, and you'll have a whole army going with you.
It's all right. I support your decision, Mr. Dainsleif.
Don't get yourself killed out there. Good luck. We'll be right behind you soon.
Huh? Shouldn't you be talking sense into him?
I admire his courage. and
I've looked at this man. I can't talk any sense into him.
She's like, it's not worth arguing with him, honestly. Like, obviously, because they were like talking for a good while before we showed up. So obviously, she's like,
He's like, don't go off alone, bitch. I'm going to go off alone.
Even if things don't go to plan, he just needs to bide his time until we arrive with reinforcements.
We just get another one of those stupid, like, what was that place where like the thing was making all the noise?
You mean the
Mr.
volcano?
I wish
No.
you the very
Like
best of
where
luck.
he was like not able to shut a thing down, and like his old buddy had to help it.
Oh, and Kanamiya.
No.
Looks
Wasn't
like
that
he's ready for you to
Kanamiya?
say some-
Let me to join you.
For a second
We're
there,
coming with you, whether you
I
like it
thought
or
he
not.
was gonna leave it alone. And then he called his own bluff.
Oof.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, the Kanamiya stuff was...
Ah,
what he was, right? Ah, it looks like you missed more of the map!
I didn't know there was
Yes, we're walking!
I didn't know there was map there.
And this is what happens when we don't look around.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we gotta fly. Uh-oh. But yeah, I'm, like, decently sure Enkanamiya was where he was, because there was all the shit down there, wasn't it? No, wait, no. Was it Enkanamiya or was it the chasm?
It was the chasm, I think, if I remember right.
Okay, yeah, I think that sounds more correct, because I distinctly recall meeting him underground. And then I was trying to think about it more, and I was like, no, you can't see the sky at all. In Kanamiya, you can see a sky. It's probably not the sky, or the fake sky, or whatever, but you do see a sky there.
Yeah.
What?
This is...
Hold on. Before we
map?
approach... What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
There's a lot of questions I have for whatever the fuck is going on there.
Yeah, because like that's like what is this? This is such disconnected.
It almost feels like the entire area got warped, let alone what?
What the hell? I got
Caster,
3
is
more
that
out
you?
of that. Yay!
Follow the wind.
Also, I guess Castris is in this game. This is our proof.
Let's go. What just happened? Common heart is still palpitating. Is there up ahead stair tracing? Why would it lord over such a place anyway? Would it really kill us to let us through?
Well, it really just killed everything in the way, huh?
Yeah, it kind of did. Withering purple bloom. Withering purple bloom. God damn it. Kiwua. Yeah, tell me where the statue is, please.
It's literally on the road, Matt. Still, though. Ominous. Very, very ominous. How are we supposed to get in there? Because it says the statue's in the building, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can use that bat form to get inside? Oh, what?
Wait, where's the statue, though?
Matt, did you not hear me say the statue's in the building?
How do I get in there? Do I have to climb up?
Oh my fucking god. Oh, there you go. Guess. What is that?
I don't know, I'm following it.
Oh.
Well, there's a hole now.
Well.
You all slide to the bottom.
Rings out.
How'd this happen? You okay? Oh, this is an older patch. Alright, how about you? Took down the whole tower. That's unexpected.
Wait, it's part of the
Kiss didn't hurt
freaking dinosaur
God
quest.
damn it! The Dragonflow at this time doesn't... It's so rude. Can I read minds? I haven't had the chance to think about that yet. You find something, Kalis? Hey, there's a stack of scrolls here. Look. Ah, crap. Month unknown. Day unknown. Weather foggy. Finally here. Akhenaten. This ancient city occupied by one evil dragon and the resting place of If Aunt Diriwu knew, she'd be quite the huff, that's for sure. But there's no other way. Even if I wouldn't say it's on the regrets of generations past, I still want to finish this. The abyss no longer poses as terrifying a threat as it did back when I was born. But for the sake of the Jade of Return, sought by countless adventures, and to unravel the final road over, I must go there. It's fine, no need to be nervous. You've already had a lot of adventures, right? You're seasoned adventurers, so it'll all be okay. Not to mention it's been so long, maybe that nasty dragon's long since vanished. Anyway, here's where it starts. My adventure.
My adventure, and then he died.
The dragon's already killed plenty of people.
Oh. Jade of Return, Ode of Resurrection. Is there a correlation there? Who knows?
Rawr. Akhenaten. We are not going there, chat, by the way.
I mean, we are going there because that's where the quest said to go.
Is there... Where's the chest?
You're kidding me, right? The world opens itself before noble hearts and this dragon we found.
Continental Port, Pirate Plains 2.
Brings a smile to my face.
Okay.
And we swap back.
Assault!
Assault the stronghold. Also, yay map.
Let's hope we don't have to navigate
Is this
any
the
more.
place? The Abyss Order's hideout in Natlan?
Nah, it couldn't be.
All these years, they've either managed to stay hidden or fiercely defended their position. This is the first chance they've had to finally make a serious dent in their forces. Which reminds me, once the fighting starts, can't promise I'll have your back at a moment's notice. If you run into any Abyss-powered mechanisms, feel free to leave them to me. I'll take care of them when I can.
It's been so long since we fought with Dane side by side. Paimon's confident we can clear this place out long before Eon-san arrives. And if you get to meet your sister again, even better. Let's go!
Well, now we've jinxed it. What? Dainsleif shows up? Dainsleif's part of the party! Early access Dainsleif!
Alright. Also, hold on to reply to a Slack thing.
Summon him to clear out the obstructions that bar your path!
His master, the Carmarian Courtguard Captain, allows him to easily espy the weaknesses in opposing elemental wars. His long war against the Abyss has made him highly cognizant of their weaknesses, allowing him to also destroy their void wards.
Well, let's see what that means, I guess. Go forth!
Party
What?
set up. That's fine.
Oh. Okay. Oh. What did he do? Did he just
He just
dive
zapped
bomb
all.
them?
He dive bombed them. He just destroyed them. Music's dope, by the way.
What is that?
Cheap tricks.
Oh. Maybe that's the thing we need to blow up with Dainsleif over there.
Yeah, I think so.
Everybody stand back!
Did- No, I guess he did hit it.
He's on
But
cooldown.
it's taking direct damage instead of the shield. Hey, it's Yenjo! Whatever the fuck his name was. Enjo, I think that's.
Let's light it up!
Oh.
As one with wind and cloud.
Mostly fine, probably.
This is a very different battle from the one we fought with Eon-san. No one's backing down. They're fighting back with everything they have.
Well, look, this is where they need to be. In this construction of their headquarters and tactics they're using, I suspect something. Shoots me. Also, I kind of love Dainsleif just showing up, shooting a little bit of fire, and then just noping out.
Behold, the abyss has
Going in!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Shut up, man!
There is no...
my holy proclamation.
Insolent.
And he's down.
I mean, I guess this is the consequence of them living on, or having terminal armor that's tied to a thing that, Dainsleif instantly kills. Is that the last one up there?
One with nature.
Hey,
Asuma shines
get on
eternal.
with it.
Shine down.
Clouds high. The birds come.
I die a little every time I see you right into one.
Hold the line.
Illusion shattered.
Well, I think Dainsleif managed to hit a grand total of 0 things.
There is no escape.
The wind knows me. Wind strike. As one with wind and cloud.
Billowing surge.
Good.
They spawn it in the rock.
Yes.
How do you even do that?
Magic.
Then this whole game system is basically magic. Also, holy shit, I had to like do a big step here. I could actually like I think did that use stamina? No. But I've never really seen that before in the combat mode. That's cool.
I mean, you don't really seem to fight in most areas where you would need to do so. You probably want to drag everybody together in a group. Also, why do they have numbers?
Unfrozen?
Oh dear. You need to switch Kazuo out now. Get Dainsley in here! He missed!
No, he killed one.
Well, we could have gotten both of them. Are you sure you want to throw?
That's cool. That's really fucking cool. I
mean, you're the one that switched into a character with 1% of their HP left. I don't know what you want the game to do about that.
Anything else?
It also seems like, oh, yeah, there it goes.
Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down.
Me out of the bubble.
Everybody stand back. Let's light.
Wind Strider.
Just end him.
Well, it just breaks the ward, not actually kills him, man.
Reach the end, but no trace of your sister. Who's calling the shots here?
Nobody.
I'm healing.
Nobody has any idea what they're doing. They're just here because. It's, what's in here?
A boss arena.
It's another Abyss lecture!
Twilight Sword Dainsleif. Is this really what you want?
Whoa, this is a new one.
Yeah, is indeed. I will take every opportunity to hunt you down to the last man.
So, where's the Traveler's sister then? Or is this guy supposed to be in charge here?
So,
Who is this
is
man,
a hunt
anyway?
to you. I must say I pity you, Dainsleif. The death you dole out so readily to others is a luxury you yourself cannot enjoy. But today, that is the least of your worries. Do you realize that all your years of pursuing us are being rendered utterly meaningless, even as we speak?
The riddles
What do you
tire
mean?
me. The overriding advantage is ours, at least for the moment. You know what that means for you. I'd like to see what makes you believe you've already won, and you can still turn the tide of this war.
Then allow me to be frank. As far as we are
Okay,
concerned,
Frank.
our princess has already
My
won
leg.
by other means. And I do not merely mean this battle. No. Her Highness has achieved something far greater.
Oh, what
Do
do
I
I do?
explain?
Today, the Abyss Order's greatest wish has finally been fulfilled.
Did she finish the Loom of Fate? Ah, crap.
Uh-oh.
Our Highness quietly infiltrated the Night Kingdom to exploit that realm's past experience with ley line reconstruction.
How'd she get in there?
And then used
Magic.
the Loom of Fate to reweave the ley lines of Conria.
Okay, so what does that do for
She
them,
used the
though?
Loom of Fate? Wait, does this mean the attack on the Masters of the Night Wind was all a smokescreen to give her some cover?
Yes.
No, nobody else got the memo that they were supposed to go somewhere else.
Makes too much sense.
Correct. As of now,
Okay, so where is
our
it?
homeland has been revived.
Isn't it under
Where is it?
Shimero?
We need to
Isn't
go
it
there
under
before we
Shimero?
go to Sesnaya.
And all of my comrades that you have slain, Dainsleif, they shall forget the struggles that have beset them these past 5
Are we sure that's how this works?
and begin their lives
No, I don't know.
Conria restored to life.
It'd be really funny if they all just got immensely traumatized by dying and then became even more useless.
Hello, Joel. Your fossils are riddled with flaws. My ears tire of your tedium. Damn. Just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Isn't there more to a place
just
than reviving
reading
its
lines.
ley
You
line?
still need a few steps after that, such as finding a place to host the ley lines you just re-wove. Plus, if it was really so easy, Malika and the captain would have had a way easier time during the war.
It'd be really funny if Frank was just like, oh shit, they caught on. Shit.
I have one simple question. If Conry has indeed been revived as you claim, where is it?
Oh, you
It's above you.
clinging to delusions, even after the truth
Quinon's
has been
ult just comes
plainly
into play.
revealed to you.
That's it. Conria is actually Amphorius. We figured it
Have
out.
you truly not noticed anything amiss since the start of the war?
Wait a minute. That means that that woman was revived. Oh,
Well,
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
so what? They turned Natlan into Conria?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still, it's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
Meditation. Deredith.
Maybe members of the Abyss were idling during the conflict, even settling down to meditate. Abyss retreat when you attack their stronghold. This isn't their usual style. Let's see the monsters. She couldn't...
So does that mean that by reviving Conria, they brought a bunch of fucking monsters back?
Oh no. Maybe a different time and space from Deredith. She's Conrian like Dane suspects, and that means... How Conry speaks of might actually exist, and despite hailing from separate time and space, she's found a way to communicate with us.
She is a time traveler!
Whatever may be going through your mind right now, do not trust it. I urge you not to believe his lies. The notion that Conry has been revived is preposterous. Unless I see it with my own eyes, I refuse to entertain it.
Okay,
He's the only
fine.
one
I'll
that
show
should
you a
demand our
picture
attention
of
this
Conria.
instance. That is silencing this man for good. Time to fight!
Wait, but I have the picture right here! Oh,
Holy damage.
this man has a barrier.
One with wind and cloud.
Ow, 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 ow.
Well, get in there and do some offensive healing.
Holy fucking shit, Danzo.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Why did you back off so far? What are you doing?
I thought he would hit me harder, like immediately.
No escape.
He was stunned!
Allow me.
Oh no, slow moving projectiles. What is this, Halo? I'm gonna eat something. Where's the food again? Oh yeah, here it is. Let's see.
What exactly are you planning? Matt, you have like 75% of your HP on all characters.
Well, no, I want like the... Where's the one that gives me like more strength? Here we go.
You really don't need strength, you just need to hit it instead of just looking at it.
Shutting down.
Rebuild. Billowing surge.
I sure hope this guy isn't screaming about this if he shows up in other content. Like, imagine he's just screaming about the Abyss Order in, the MOC of this game. I forget what it's called, Spiral Abyss.
Spiral Abyss.
Yeah, just imagine he's just screaming about the Abyss Order there. kill.
That'd be something. I'm backing off.
Oh,
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night. Let's light it up.
bruh, do you say anything else?
No.
That should be all of them, right? So, we've destroyed the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan, but somehow, that didn't feel satisfying at all. Are you still thinking about what that guy said? You look really worried.
She's the only potential we have. Think she might be from the revived Conria, yes? Said my piece. I doubt it could be revived so easily, but to give you peace of mind, let's talk to her. I'll stay here.
No, you should come with us because it would be really funny if she has a reaction to you.
Yeah.
Oh, his fan isn't dead. Dane's leaf.
Oh, crap.
Why did this happen the instant we turned around?
Your voice and attitude seem familiar. My mistake. I should have made sure you were dead earlier. Curse of Immortality struck you too then, Hayden. Hayden. Alright, chat. We have trivia in this game. We have Hayden.
500
Just add a Y
years
in there.
on, and you still refuse
Whoa.
to address me as master.
Whoa, wait. So this guy like taught Dainsleif how to like use a sword and all that shit? Whoa.
Don't forget, Dainsleif.
Why did it change the angle?
You may be the renowned Twilight Sword, while my arm has grown too feeble to swing a blade. But I taught you everything you know about wielding a blade.
I haven't been using
Your
a sword.
arrogance and malice cost you
Checkmate.
all of my respect long ago.
Be that as it may, under the circumstances, I see no further reason for us to fight. The curse of immortality means neither of us has a way to completely destroy the other.
Agree to disagree. I'm still going to
Think
fight.
for yourself. I intend to kill you 100 times over.
You.
Dainsleif be like, I'm gonna fuck Mighty your ass.
I love that camera angle though. Of just you want to bet that I'm gonna stop.
You wanna go, bitch? You wanna go?
Not even that you want to go.
Ooh.
It's just I'm going to fight you regardless. Wait, what the hell was that pose that Dainsleif just did? It kind of looked like he was.
I don't know, but the
holding his-
game is shaking tremendously. It's giving me a little headache. He took damage.
Have you finally had enough? You weren't joking then, huh? Never, in all my worst nightmares, have I experienced anything close to the pain of 100 deaths.
Oh, so you really did nearly kill him 100 times.
Taking out all your hatred on me alone.
That was just for your actions in the Abyss Order. If you took into account what you did in Conria, you'd soon find out how much darker your nightmares can become. Damn, he's like, dude, I didn't kill you enough. I only killed you for this shit. Fucking hell.
Damn. What did he do in Conria?
Still,
A lot of bad
Okay, I
shit,
believe you.
apparently.
at least a little tired now.
Why are you so interested in having Dainsleif just be you next to you, man? I've even pulled up some chairs for us to chat with.
Not a fan of reminiscing about old times. Well, I suppose you don't have many fond memories to look back on.
Really just rubbing it in there, aren't we?
Never thought you'd side with the Abyss Order, Hayden. You could have easily blamed the princess for a betrayal.
Indeed. When the cataclysm first struck, everyone prayed for the Savior to deliver them. But she was nowhere to be found. Yes, we knew that the great abyssal power within her had been divided up.
Oh.
Yet we
And
still despaired at her choice to leave us. Still,
okay, so
I believe that everything she's doing now, including her regret over what happened, comes from a genuine place in her heart.
not incorrect,
besides,
probably.
Who else can we place our faith in? We are proud Conrians, are we not? I mean, we can hardly turn to the gods.
Sure you can. You said to do it very begrudgingly.
Suppose you have changed a lot over the past 500 years. Otherwise, I'd never expected you to forgive her. And you've been so generous during your time at the Knight Academy as my instructor in Black Serpent Blade Work. I might not have come to loathe you so much. Dude, Black Serpent Blade Work sounds so fucking badass as like a Knight Academy thing. Like, that sounds so dope.
Is that so?
All my good deeds are clearly the spirit of the Academy's code of chivalry. You receive corporal punishment for being restless and brash. As much as it pains you to bring up his name, you're my co-student, Sertologi. That's Skirk's master. I was prosecuted for following the spirit of knighthood, even lost limbs over it. There's no point discussing it now, of course, but all this was your doing, wasn't it, Hayden? Your mask of benevolence as you viciously suppressed the next generation of knights, all to bolster your own position and reputation.
So he's an asshole.
What, too cowardly to admit it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dainsleif. I would apologize to you for those actions, truly. But the fact is,
I don't believe you.
I honestly can't remember them anymore. Look at me. Look at what has become of me.
Look at where all your prestige
By the
went.
Abyss's grace have I managed to
Man,
maintain this
trying to go for the Master Prestige, lost all of his shit. He lost all of his crap. All of his upgrades are gone. All guns locked.
Good.
But
See, that's why I hate Prestige in chat. I hate all my shit getting locked. Go back to Modern Warfare 19 style. It's so much more better because it doesn't do anything.
They have long become eroded.
Maybe you should test some osmanthus wine.
Recognition. Even if mine was a past steeped in sin or in shame I once longed to hide, I would wish to remember it. Without my history, I fear I will become another person entirely. I would like to apologize
Oh.
for any misdeeds.
I don't believe you.
So please, tell me everything. Tell me about the Conria we once called home.
I wonder your personality struck me as different. Memories are indeed a crucial part of a person's identity.
There's an idea, though.
So the Conria we once called home. It's gonna cut. It's gonna cut. It's gonna cut. It cut. Countless memories of Conria flood into his mind. Fuck you, game. Somebody calling everything seems to take a long, long time. God damn it.
It take.
To remember me.
No. Here.
Could you tell me more about it? About our golden age?
Yeah, Daniel?
So give it a second. So what's gonna happen is that this is why Dainsley doesn't show up until the next patch he's in, because he just spends all his time reminiscing about Conria.
That's all he does. He's like, all right, I fought stuff in 6 weeks. Going back and just gonna be a hermit again.
Yeah, it's time to go recount the old stories of Conria once more.
Not interested. I've neither the time nor the sympathy.
Is that so? What a pity.
Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm thinking of. Like, they revived Conria, but without the memory, so it's unstable.
Yeah. Loom of Fate, what have you done? Tell me.
He's joshed you, buddy.
I'm afraid I owe you yet another apology, Dainsleif. You were right. I lied to you earlier.
No, it's
Your
not
wits are
up yet.
too sharp to be fooled by me.
I can imagine just all the lore tubers going, oh, are you kidding me?
The homeland hasn't yet been revived. In fact, even the ley line weaving is not yet complete. Think of ley lines as the collection
We know
of
this.
memories concerning a given place. To reweave
Yeah, so the needed Dainsley to start rambling in his old
Oh,
man.
good.
somehow need to retrieve almost all the memories of Conria from that age. The loom of fate cannot weave without an abundant supply of memories.
Which is why
God
you're coming
damn it,
with me.
Dainsley, because you lord bombed on the wrong person.
Yeah, he did.
Order to provide what they could. Even though fragments are all that remain in most cases, the more we all share, the more that can be restored.
So the Luma phase is running as we speak, and the so-called meditation members have been performing. Services supply the Loom with memories, wasn't it?
Indeed. We are people in exile, stranded 500 years in the future. We'll weave our homeland anew and bring the nation of our dreams back into the real world.
Okay, but where are you gonna put it?
Glorious undertaking.
Well, I don't know. Just get Klee to bomb a bunch of shit, raise it to the ground, and just put it there. You're like, all right, Klee, we have a contract for you. Blow stuff up. Yay!
What a shame it had to take this long. After 500 years, most of our memories have faded, and a world woven from broken memories shall itself be broken.
Okay, and this is different now.
That's where I'm supposed to come in. Look for assistance from mortal enemies sworn to hunt you down.
Precisely. For you possess a ring left to you by your elder brother, which continuously resets your body's condition.
Well, that's impressive. How does it do that?
Of course, your memories are susceptible to erosion just like ours. But of all Conrians who remain, you are sure to remember the most.
Disagreed. There's somebody else.
We had to obtain
Hello,
memories in your
Hello.
whatever the price, even if it meant sacrificing our entire army as
Dog bark.
bait.
Well, this is interesting.
1 sec, dog barking. Bark me!
Actually, I had a really dumb thought. I feel like I probably shouldn't say it for the stream's sake.
Well, also, I probably won't hear it too clearly because I'm having issues with my my download rate.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Well,
Also, I keep
Okay,
on
Barkley's done barking.
yay.
I keep on periodically hearing just bursts of static.
From whose end?
His
It's not showing as coming from any of you guys, but Discord is definitely outputting it from something network.
Got it.
Great, you're hearing the alien. Good job.
This is neutral will lure me here to guide me to a state of meditation and access my memories. So be it. A few of my fading memories for your entire army, it strikes me as a fair trade. I appreciate your generosity. Damn.
You're gambling a lot on this Luma Fate thing.
Yep. It's gonna be a costly mistake for you in the long run.
Perhaps, but that is the gamble our highness has chosen to make. And thanks to you,
Oh, that was fast.
the loom of fate has now finished weaving the ley lines. New Conria is complete.
Is this like new, Greg,
New
what's
Vegas.
the planet, no, what's the planet? New Namek?
What?
Yeah, so,
I'm sorry, I missed most of that, but I caught New Namek.
yeah, so, technically speaking, they remade Namek at some point. Put all of the remaining Namekians there, I think. And then it got
Well, most of
promptly
them.
invaded and blown up. Or something.
Yeah,
That sounds
so-
accurate.
Well, it got promptly invaded, but there was no
Yeah.
promptness to blowing up New Namek. It's
5
just
minutes. 3
attempt.
weeks later.
an
Okay.
attempt was made.
Okay, there was an attempt to blow up New Namek, so we're going to attempt to blow up New Conria.
Oh, good. Enough about your beloved leader. You said you would pay any price for my memories, did you not? In that case, prepare to be slain another 100 times for your deception. Hope it was worth it. Getting hell.
He's just beating the shit out of this man just because.
Yeah.
He's like, Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, I think he's starting to regret that. Symphony of a New World. Oh, so I have news. Please look at my Twitch stream, gentlemen. So you may look at the news.
Okay, I'm going to look as far away from your Twitch stream as
Either
possible.
look at it or I'm literally look at it, Daniel.
I don't know if I can support 2 streams downloading at once.
Look at it on
so
your
I'm
phone,
gonna have
Greg.
My phone's all the way over there.
Greg. Then stop watching
Hurry
YouTube.
up with your news!
Okay.
All right, well, give me a sec. I am getting... All right, I am ready. Are you on my... Let me know when you're on my Twitch, Greg.
I'm on your Twitch.
Okay, is the video actually working?
It's very framey, but it is working.
The entire time.
Behold, chat and my friends.
Kazuha!
I have been rewarded for my patience.
You have Kazuha!
No. Look at my cam. Look at my webcam. I have acquired a Switch 2.
Congratulations.
This is a waste of money. You need more funds for Finon.
Don't worry, it's fine. That's next month's credit card bill's problem.
You have acquired one not Finon, not Saber.
And not Archer.
Yeah, but I've acquired that and a broken
Or a
controller.
Firefly skin.
And micro SD
the color
express card.
scheme on that box is close enough to Archer that I'm not sure that he has acquired a not Archer.
But yeah, no, so I did it. I got it today. What I did is I went to Best Buy early at 10 in the morning when they opened. I asked, do you have any? They said no. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. You have a good day. Because it's not their fault they don't get shit.
And you robbed somebody?
No. I left that Best Buy. I went to another one near me that's about a 20-minute drive. I was like, hey, do you have Switches? They went, no. I'm like, all right, have a nice day. So, and then I decided to call a GameStop that is somewhat near me, but a little bit far, but was close to the Best Buy I was at. I called and I asked, do you have Switches? And they're like, yes, we have 9 of them.
Congratulations. All you need to do is go to GameStop. Also, why did you heal? All your characters are at
Why am I sliding? What the hell is that? What the fuck?
You're sliding into her DMs.
Oh, cutscene.
Oh.
Can you slide cancel?
Durdith?
Durdith is having issues.
Something happened?
Well, are we sure this was a good idea, everybody?
Oh, there's cubes. There's cubes. Oh,
I mean, and Hayden, I can't blame you for this. I don't think you really thought this plan through.
This is bad. This is bad.
Well, at least it just
Could
kind
this
of
be
made
the
it
Cataclysm?
Great, we brought back the Cataclysm instead of Conria. Good job, you idiots.
Is this where Durdith is right now? She really is.
Why is it always cataclysms and not dogaclysms?
Not from the same world, are we?
No, we are. We're just not from the same time. There's a difference.
No, I come from your future.
Wait, but that's great. That means the world isn't going to end.
Sure
about
it is.
that.
Tell me, what happens to Conria? What happens to my homeland?
About that.
Yeah, so, Conria, it no longer exists. At all.
I'm in the process
Every
of
trace of
putting
it has been
people out of
erased.
their misery.
Yeah, I've been killing thousands of your friends over the last 5 years. Yeah, actually, that's true.
Future you. We're not sure.
No, wait. Don't answer that. We can only fight
Too
for
late.
the future. If the future is unknown, I still believe the Savior can turn things around. I'll carry
Agree
on
to
looking
disagree.
for her, even if you're not there to protect me. Although, in a way, I've already found my Savior. It's you. You protected me, and I believe you can protect us all. You're the one who can change everything.
Is this some kind of delayed, doomed romantic confession that's happening here?
It's just
Quite possibly.
too bad that we're not from the same time or place.
That hasn't stopped people. Notably the shippers.
That also has not stopped. What was that movie again? The with the comet destruction.
Oh, Your Name.
Yeah, that also did not stop Your Name. Great movie, chat. Real good movie. My God.
Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your sister.
Also, my dinner's almost here, so
Surely
I'm gonna
she
pause
must
in a
be
sec
desperate
after
to
this.
find you too.
Once it pops up at my door.
So, is there anything you can give me as a memento? Proof that we met?
Give her this key that I apparently
That way when I
found.
do find her,
Barkley.
I can convince her that you're also searching for her.
Wait, hold on. Is that why the key was there in the first place? Is this just, or is this like a
This is the
self-fulfilling
recursive
time
timeline.
loop?
Yeah, it is. It's a time loop. Yeah, because... Oh, wait, that... Oh, shit. Did we kill...
Man, why did you answer the question before realizing what I was talking about?
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm wondering...
He knew what you were talking about, he just didn't understand the consequences.
No, like... Okay, go ahead.
So
We
Matt, in a
know
nutshell.
Derridus will talk to Lumine. We're probably going to give her the key because we found the key. Therefore, that means that Lumine knew that this was going to happen, something wrong was going to happen, and that she needed to drop the key so that we would get on this whole case. Or have the solution to the answer, or the question.
Well, I'm also thinking that the Hilichurl that ran off was her.
That's also fair.
That's my thinking, is like, it's a time loop. Like, Greg, what is that paradox where it's like this thing has no beginning and also no end?
Bootstrap paradox?
Yeah, it's a bootstrap paradox of, hey, we found this lost key. I don't know. Oh, hey, there's this girl from Comria. Let's give her the key. She's in the past. She's like, oh, I'll give this to Lumine. Okay. And then Lumine later is like, and then Lumine's like, you hold on to it as a memory of my brother. And then later she drops it again, and the whole thing restarts again. Like, no one knows where this object really came from. It had a beginning at one point, but now it's just stuck in this endless loop.
Actually, the funny thing about time travel is that you can have a logically and physically consistent universe in which the object has no beginning at all and just was always a part of this loop.
Except we do know that this object had a beginning, Greg.
But I just want to throw out there that the universe would make sense if it didn't.
That's true.
Ain't time travel great?
Yeah, time travel is confusing. That's why people avoid dealing with it usually. Wait.
What is it?
Yeah, I'm right. Fuck.
Oh.
Damn. This is her future. Is this her fate?
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Whoa, what? We have a choice?
Well, do you fight against your fate or what? Do you turn this girl into a Hilichurl that waits eternally or not? Do you fuck over the reality?
Do you break the timeline, or do you break this poor woman's sanity?
And the timeline.
I mean, like... Oh, no. Dude, that fate sucks.
I have a third option. You could just quit the game now and never continue.
Just Alt F4. Just like when I fucked up the dialogue with Firefly, just Alt F4 the game.
Yep.
Yes, but then you never reopen Genshin. This is the last time you ever open Genshin.
I don't play Nod Cry and I don't play Shiniznaya. I'm done.
Yes.
Man. I'm gonna give her the key.
You're gonna continue this cycle? Though I'm curious why there's the exclamation point. What happens if we don't give her the key? Are we gonna get end credited like with HSR or?
I don't know.
They just have two completely diverging routes.
How do you spell her name again? How do you spell that, you bastard?
you looking something up? What are you doing over there?
I'm
Oi.
looking up something completely unrelated.
I'm looking up something completely unrelated.
Why? You're streaming. Pay attention.
I'm giving her the key. If this is her fate, like, there's just not much I can do, man. I mean,
Yes, there is. You can completely fuck up the timeline.
I advocate for causing
Oh, what the
problems.
fuck?
I misstop.
I think that was the wrong answer, Matt. Great, you killed her.
Whoa, what? Lumine? Oh shit, it's Lumine. So that's what happened. Istaroth, the ruler of time, must have had a hand in this.
Who?
That's in the lore. There's no other way that this meeting could have taken place. You knew all of this? I only knew the ending. I've always been curious about the events that led to it. The cataclysm first began 500 years ago. I, as the Princess of Conria, was preparing to do my part, to fight back with all my might. Then the scroll, she found me. The irony is that even as she desperately begged me to save the world, she brought me news of you. I was stunned. I was suspicious of her claim that you were searching for me, but then she showed me the key to your hibernation chamber. She actually did it? We've been separated ever since I awakened in Teyvat. I searched the whole planet and found no trace of you anywhere, and she brought me the news at the worst possible moment. I was faced with an extremely difficult decision. Desperately wanted to see you again, but Conria was in equally desperate need of my help. I knew that no matter what I chose, I'd regret my decision for the rest of my days.
Oh,
so I steeled myself against the guilt and made my decision. I went to see you. What? And then?
And that's why
I found you were still in hibernation. Even the key to the chamber was still secure on your person. 3 keys existed simultaneously in that moment? Couldn't make sense of what I was seeing, but there was no time to think. I just grabbed you and ran. So we are right now, an intersection in our memories.
Wait, so does that mean she just ran? She just had, like, ether slung over her shoulder, and she just dumped him somewhere?
I hope so.
I mean, we're gonna... Oh man, that's gonna be fun to look at in a fan like animation. Like they just take the models and they just throw it on like her shoulder. The question has haunted me for the past 500 years. Never imagined the answer would come to me like this. Actions of 500 years in the future set everything in motion. Are you mocking me, Istaroth?
Yes.
She succeeded in bringing us together. Unfortunately, there's versions of us 500 years apart. She hoped the Savior rescue Conria, save the entire, but instead, the news she brought led the Savior to make the complete opposite decision. How awful. Is that her fate? Is that her story must end? Has Conria really been revived? No, by taking a very important step. The ley lines of Conria are now complete. I always thought that Teyvat's ley lines were locked by the heavenly principles. No more can be added and existing ones cannot be replaced. But then I learned that Natlan's Night Kingdom appeared to be an exception to the rule. It has intrigued me ever since. So I directed the Abyss Lord to feign an attack on Natlan, buying me some time to enter the Night Kingdom and negotiate with the Lord of the Night. Fortunately, for other reasons, even the Night Kingdom cannot host any new ley lines. Plus, I could get with some room to carry out the weaving process. Lord of the Night did say before she can only reconstruct Natlan's ley lines. It's probably for the same reason. So I received the Lord of the Night's permission and activated the Loom of Fate. Using it Teyvat as the base, I was able to grow a run based on the Conria of 500 years ago, superimposing it over present-day Natlan's space-time.
And how does that go?
That superimposition has allowed you both to cross paths. Oh. After I saw my dreams, she's not lying about that at least, but what I don't understand is why did the Lord of the Night agree to this?
The Lord of the Night
For that, the new Conria is enriched with the memories of the old, drawn from the Abyss Order's members in their meditation sessions. With those memories as raw materials and the superimposed realm as a template, the Loom of Fate finally finished its work. I now hold in my hand as the Atlas of the New World. Whoa, what the hell?
That is a thing.
That is something. Also, I gotta get my food or it's gonna get to it.
Oy. Well, I guess we get to stare at this thing.
This is fine. It's
very robotic looking, which is still not really helping the "this is just Amphorius all over again" things.
Yeah, not beating the Amphorius allegations.
This is the product of the Loom of Fate, holding within it the entire network of new Conria's ley lines. With this, the nation once known as Conria can rise again. One day, I will find a suitable host location for it. Why is reviving Conria so important to you? I don't understand. I first arrived in Conria 500 years ago. My memory was completely blank. It was only after I had served as their princess for many years I slowly began to remember everything, including you. Your memories were erased? Covering all memories didn't just simply erase the part of my life I spent in Conria. I still see it as my second home. So my guilt weighs so heavily on me, but even so, that only constitutes part of my motive.
Okay, what's the other part then?
More importantly, if I wish to speak of the heavenly principles as an equal, I will need the might of an entire world behind me. What?
Well... I think the heavenly principles heard that.
I think they're starting to wake up. That's not good.
Good job, Lumine! You woke them up.
I don't know why. But the way you're talking doesn't sound like you at all. I mean, this whole thing, your plan. Why does it have to do with us? All along.
All along.
It's
only ever been about us.
Yeah, you could be Lumine then. You're the smarter one.
Goodbye. And thanks for all the fish. We will begin anew! At the end of your journey. You will come and kill me. Can we stab that thing? Wait, what? I thought she opened it. What was that about?
All of it's gone. It's all gone.
Well, for how long, though, is the problem.
It's in the loot. It's in that. I don't know.
Our hero is back. Everyone's been waiting for you. The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces even arrived on the scene. All thanks to your efforts, no doubt.
I just imagine that Traveler just looks the most depressed he's ever looked.
Yeah.
So, not much change.
You look upset. Paimon doesn't know the details either. The Traveler just disappeared after taking Deirdre's hand. It was like they got sucked into another world.
Oh, Paimon got left alone again.
Paimon was looking all over for him, and then he suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot, but looking a lot more glum.
I need time in a therapy session.
Well, the good thing is we have a therapist over in
going to
Inazuma.
help.
We just need to pop over to Inazuma. Why is she riding her pillow? Oh, never mind. She's probably drunk.
Because she's too lazy to walk, and her pillow can clip through the ground.
Yeah, she's drunk.
Something to do with your sister? I spoke with the Lord of the Night in a dream just now.
The Lord of the Night could afford to be a little more descriptive about what the hell's going on, then.
You met your sister?
Would have saved us a lot of time.
You to tell Paimon right away? Well, never mind. Paimon can see that you're pretty down right now. But let's go over everything later, alright?
What your sister accomplished? It all but defies comprehension. I was stunned when I heard about it too. But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it.
Actually, you know, hold on.
Did try to explain it to me, but in a word, it's complicated.
Yeah, no, hold on.
That's 2 words.
There is a point that this is way more interesting that it happened because, well, my Genshin lore knowledge has been finicky as of late, right? So take this with a grain of salt. But from what I understand of most of Tavad is that there was kind of like a basal understanding of, you know, Conrias were causing a lot of problems and needed to be removed, right?
Right.
Like, most of the nations assumed this, and I was under the assumption that the world itself was kind of, like, following up on that, too. If not for just the heavenly principles, then something about the world itself did not accept what Conrir was doing, probably with, like, its ley lines or whatever. So why is an aspect of the world, that being the night, Lord of the Night, accepting the Carnian revitalization?
That's a good question.
The Lord of the Night is a renegade. Renegade for life. Or
Yeah,
death.
I think that's gonna be something we need to, or that's gonna be like something the lore enthusiasts are gonna need to look into.
Renegade for death.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, that's my cooking session for today.
Yeah.
During the war with the Abyss, Malwika had an argument with the captain. Malwika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the ley lines should come before all else. So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and informed of its ability to weave ley lines. She saw your sister's actions as a potential third option, namely to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
Oh.
Preserve a nation? You've definitely lost me now.
I
You're
kinda
not the
get
only
it.
one. Paimon's got no idea what's going on either.
With that in mind,
But
the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan.
hold on, so does that mean the Lord of the Night is concerned by the fact that both of those things might be problematic, that the actual Abyss can consume the ley lines and the culture, so the Lord of the Night is looking for a backup that can do both?
That would make sense. A lot of implications in this patch. This is a very important patch.
However, I believe she imposed an additional condition of her own.
An additional condition?
An
she
additional
ask for something in
conditional.
return?
No idea.
She asked for a
She didn't tell
copy.
me what it was.
She's like, yes, no, I have a Loom of Fate.
Alright, well, let's not overthink this for now. We just won a war.
I don't think
Brain
we
has
want
suggested
anything.
Luma
To
of
celebrate.
Fate.
I trust the Lord of the Night unreservedly. I'm sure she only involved herself to take a problem off our hands. So it's one less thing for us to
Yansan,
worry
you
about.
are
Naive.
naive in the ways of the
Don't you
world
agree,
today.
Traveler?
No.
You've got a point.
Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Varessa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast.
Are you sure
Or
that
else I need
Varessa's
to
not
go
going to
first.
eat it?
No.
Huh?
Ian-san, leave him be. This might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some people need alone time to recharge every once in a while.
Social batteries.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if their models like suddenly T-pose and they pop out.
Well, no. Paimon was definitely flying a little weird for a bit. Wait, hold on. I thought is that Paimon? Yeah,
That's
Paimon stopped.
Yeah, I think they all stop. Like there we go.
They need to go
Now
a
they're just
little
doing
bit
an idle.
further. Yeah.
Yeah. They expect you to just click continue by now, so
Traveler?
there we go.
Traveler.
Return to the cave.
It's not that far, man. Oh, I know it is kind of far. Never mind. And now we see a dead Hilichurl and get even more depressed.
Oh, please don't have her be dead. Just give her some food and leave her be.
I mean...
Like, we don't fight, we don't attack, we just like, here you go, and we just quietly leave.
And what do we find in cave number 1? A pot.
That's the pot we left for her.
Raid.
And...
Damn. That's a shot. My hands are off the controller.
Oh.
She's gone. Before you know it, you've fallen asleep, drowning in a myriad of thoughts. You only sense what feels like someone clasping your hand.
Oh.
This time it's into your deep sleep, where sweet dreams await. You are
Oh,
headed
so
to
Central
Penacony.
Penacony.
God damn it. Whew, that's a space and time for you. Man.
Well, we have been sufficiently kicked in the nuts again.
Are you sure this is sufficiently?
Well, look, we've just kind of started recovering from 3.3, and now we get kicked in the nuts again. And then next week is gonna be 2 weeks from now is gonna be 3.4.
Yeah.
Royalverse is really just on the 2-week kick you in the nuts.
That's their whole policy. That's
cycle.
why they do updates every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks they want to kick you in the nuts. They're like, all right, Genshin, bomb, bomb, bomb. Star Rail, bomb, bomb, bomb. ZZZ, bomb, bomb, bomb. HI3, bomb, bomb, bomb.
At least
Our next
they're
game,
waiting
bum, bum, bum.
to wind up the kick.
Yeah, they give you 2 weeks of. They're like, all right, you did all the stuff this week. Congrats. Now you have 1 week to heal, and now we're gonna kick you in the nuts again.
Experience dread.
There are leaves around.
Shut up, you fucking bastard. Yeah, I'm just
Well,
gonna.
at least
I'm
Meredith
lighting
can
it.
have hot food.
Yeah, I'm lighting it for her. I'm gonna let her have this.
Well, we're all emotionally traumatized now, everybody.
Learn.
Now what?
Now
what do we do?
Well, we can either end the stream early tonight, or we can go do Skirk's Quest now.
Well, we didn't actually see Skirt, so it might be good for us to do that. But are we gonna do this for all, or like tomorrow as well if we don't finish it now, or what are we gonna do?
Oh my god. That's new. That Discord alert. I mean, I'm down to do like 2 nights. We just bash out Skirk tonight and tomorrow. Shouldn't be that long. How long is
Please
Skirk's
don't bash
Quest?
out Skirk.
How long?
I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people
Skirks.
want to bash out Skirt.
Yeah. How long is her quest?
Well, that quest was about 3-ish hours, surprisingly.
No, don't go to TikTok. Fuck off.
Though all things considered, there wasn't a lot that happened in this particular quest.
No, it's more like lore implications. Okay. Yeah,
I do like the style of quest where it's more compact but still informative and stuff, but
yeah.
I do not know if it's a good metric in which we determine how long Skirt's quest is.
Yeah. I like how big this fucking map is. Oh, I haven't unlocked this.
Well, according to some YouTube videos I'm looking at the timestamps for, it seems to be about 3 hours as well. So
We could do that. I'm down.
Best to get skirking.
All right, let me at least
Excuse me, you want to repeat that?
Nope.
The game is like, oh, leeway. Oh god, I haven't loaded that asset in a while.
Oh god, there's so many people in Leeway.
There we go. Also, give me a sec. I'm gonna at least start to get my
Hi,
food. So just Greg, give animal facts to stream while I grab my burger.
I
And more water.
am so dang
Give us platypus
tired.
facts.
Oh, no, give us an animal fact about time travelers.
Animal fact about time travelers. Time Lords have 2 hearts, but if they are only running on 1 functioning heart at a given moment, it is not great for them.
Okay, so it's like... So they have 2 hearts that just effectively function as a single heart.
They have 2 hearts that effectively function as 1.5 hearts. So if one of the hearts goes down, they can survive.
Surely
It's
enough
just...
to convince anyone to
that's
become
about
a
all
warrior.
they're doing.
No, I mean, that's not the worst thing if they're surviving on half a heart. They're just need to fix that. No.
Yeah, but it's also not great.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home.
Thanks, Kazuha.
This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Thanks, Kazuha.
Actually, do you have facts about maples, since Kazuha's on screen and probably won't shut up while Matt prepares his stuff?
Maple fact. Maple tasty.
Actually,
Lick maple.
maple leaves are the
There are leaves
three-pointed
and
red
I know
leaf,
just
right?
the tune to accompany them.
Yep, more or less.
If you wish to hear it.
Because I forget, are maples native to Asia or around in Asia anyway?
There's a species of maple that's specifically native to Japan, even.
I see.
Are you giving tree facts?
Well, look, we have Kazuha, who is the maple kid.
Yeah, we have.
And he did not shut up.
They're not tree facts. They're Kazuha facts.
Good job, Matt.
Thanks.
Oh. Baiju wasn't in his shop.
Oh, you're looking for Dr. Baiju. He's resting today, but he said to send any patients to the back room.
Well, I'm not a patient, I'm impatient.
We'll head on through.
Why?
This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
That's great. Thanks, Kazuha.
Actually, I don't remember Kazuha saying that before. Is that a new voice line?
No!
Looks like we have a special guest. Or maybe Greg should do the voice for this one.
Welcome. What can I do for you?
It's the Traveler. He looks absolutely beat these days. He has these huge dark circles around his eyes, like he hasn't slept a wink. And he keeps
So this is after
Derivatives. Call his
Derivative.
name several times before he snaps out of it. What do you think it is? Is he sick?
Greg.
Oh,
Greg?
Is Matthew prone to sickness? I find this surprising.
Very peculiar. In all the time we've been acquainted, this is the first time you've come to me with a health complaint. Come, let me take a look at you.
Okay, Paimon does not like that expression, Baiju. It's not serious, is it?
Complexion.
Sorry, I'm diagnosing you with
clear.
stupid.
Breathing is steady, pulse is strong. Physically, you appear to be in good condition, traveler. In theory, your energy level should reflect that. You should be feeling right as rain. Hence my concern. A clean bill of health is usually a good thing, but in this case, it likely means your situation is more complicated. Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But afflictions of a non-physical nature, they fall outside a doctor's realm of expertise.
So then why are you here?
We fucking went to see him.
Huh? What do you mean, non-physical nature?
You have a spiritual
Dark
issue.
Magic? It's hard to say. It could just as easily be a simple case of mental fatigue. Why don't you rest here for a bit? Whatever it is we're dealing with, clues to your condition are sure to reveal themselves in time. Once we know the
Skirt
root
shows up.
cause,
Hello, I
we
am
can
a clue to
administer
your
the right
condition.
treatment.
Hello, I'm your psychiatrist.
Hi,
We
I'm
have
your
one in
psychosis.
Inazuma.
No, she's not the psychologist. She is the psychosis.
Oh.
Hello, I'm Psycho.
I've seen my... I had to deal with Tartaglia. I've seen my fair share of mental afflictions. Start with some calming incense, a good night's sleep, and a good meal will do you a world of good.
In the meantime, Changsheng and I will review the relevant literature for afflictions that present with mental fatigue.
Okay.
Still, we're not experts on this kind of thing. I say we should strongly consider calling in a specialist as soon as possible.
Oh, must be a rare condition if not even Baizhu and Changsheng have seen it before. Well,
I'm sure it's
take
fine.
their advice. You look like you're about to collapse anyway. Just get some rest. Paimon will be right here by your side. Fingers crossed you'll be all better when you wake up.
And we get abducted while we're sleeping.
We just get abducted by Skirk.
I mean, that sounds like something Skirk would do.
Speaking of... loading screens.
See, I was right! We got abducted!
There's a thick fog covering my field of vision. Feels more real than a dream, but too chilling to be real life. My breath freezes in my throat before I can even exhale it. Feels like my soul's been wrenched from my body and thrust into this strange and unfamiliar space. Through direction I look, and there's no end in sight, and worse than that, I think there's something in the fog following me like a shadow. This is a dream. How long till I wake up? If it's not, where in the world am I? That's not good.
That is a sword.
Ooh.
You have
something
been
just
stabbed.
pierced through the fog and stabbed me in the back, but there's no blood.
Yeah,
Strangely coming from the wound, I see a familiar-looking
spike
spike reaching back in the darkness. Deep inside, feels like part of me is missing. Now another wave of fatigue is washing over me.
You have been stabbed. And now we slip. There is no traveler here.
Time to wake up.
No.
For once, you're making Paimon look like an early riser. It's already afternoon. Hopefully all that sleep did you some good. Feeling any
Your
better?
consciousness was almost scattered in the coral flow.
Did you scratch yourself in your sleep? Alright, let Paimon take a look.
There's nothing there.
Nope, nothing there. Wait, did you have a nightmare? Okay, don't panic. Paimon heard that dreams tell us what we need by showing us the opposite. So, if you had a nightmare, maybe all you need is something to cheer you up.
Paimon, what the
Paimon will treat you to
heck are
something
you on
yummy.
about?
He just wants food.
It's Paimon. I'm not surprised at that. We head to Wanmen Restaurant. Paimon orders a bunch of dishes.
Paimon, this is my money.
What? So, in this dream, you were trapped in a weird place with thick fog everywhere, and then a spike came out of nowhere and stabbed you in the back?
Sounds like when I play Advance Wars.
That's a new one. Are you sure it was a dream? Because from the way you describe it, it sounds like you were really there. But then again, you woke up right where you went to bed. And you were definitely in a deep sleep this morning. Then, it's decided. Paimon will stay up and watch over you tonight. If anyone tries to mess with you, Paimon will beat him up.
Good plan. I like it.
Paimon will become emergency food.
I thought you were gonna say Paimon will become a murderer.
Wake you up first, and then we can beat him up together.
No, I have faith in you, Paimon.
Something is missing?
Excuse me?
Did you just say something?
The flesh.
Girl, I am. Where the hell did Skirt come from?
Resolved. The mind will wither away along with it.
What the? Wait. Paimon remembers you. You're Chang's master.
Wait, where did she fucking come from?
He teleported here. Skirk.
At the table in front of us?
The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? But then we left and never learned where you went after that.
Yeah, you showed up in
Vamoose.
Vamoose.
What brings you to Wanmean Restaurant of all places? You came here looking for us? And were you the one behind that hocus pocus just now?
Tell me, what is it that you saw?
She's got no time for Paimon's. She has no time for Paimon's bullshit.
Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose that's fair. You, I'll take a glass of wine.
Damn.
I will inebriate these people until they spill the beans.
We make this one in-house. It's not too strong. Enjoy.
Chef Mao.
It'd be really funny if she's a super lightweight.
Coming right up. If I knew we'd be this busy.
Shenhe's on vacation.
I would have approved Shenhe's vacation.
Shenhe works here?
I didn't know that. Is that what she does now? Like, now that she's, like, slowly becoming more human again?
I
She's
mean,
like,
that
I'm
would
gonna
make
cook.
sense that she's working in Leeway somewhere, but
That's
still really
that
funny.
new lore, Chad. She works at One Man Restaurant.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. I'm not here to try and win you over. Trust me or not, the choice is yours. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I finish my drink. I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion. Need I
That's
say more?
fine, I don't use my soul for anything.
That's good that somebody knows what this is.
Were you using my soul for something?
She mentioned an abyssal disturbance. Maybe that has something to do with what's going on with you. But we could always find a different expert on the abyss.
We can always just shout to Dainsleif and be like, Dainsleif, help
She said about
us!
your soul being damaged is scaring, Paimon. Definitely something we should fix sooner rather than later. Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what Child's told us, she doesn't seem evil, at least.
Low bar that.
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do.
10 gold pieces.
Well,
10 more.
you made up your mind.
Are you bribing us?
What I saw was a dark space shrouded in a dense fog that wouldn't disperse. We tell her a brief description of what happened.
So that's all we know, Miss Skirk. Ma'am, can you help us?
So, you couldn't disperse the fog. I understand. Come find me in the Guili Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on the table.
There's no way
Settle the
that's
bill
enough
for
money,
me,
is
will
it?
you?
Oh, okay.
And she's gone.
Settle the bill for me, she says.
She disappeared.
Wait, hold on. You overpaid. Here's your change.
Oh, no.
All
this
10 of them.
includes the drink, so it should be the right amount.
I didn't think you two ordered a drink.
Wait, what?
What?
It was that lady who came and sat with us, remember? You brought it out to her
What?
yourself.
You sure? I could have sworn.
Skirk's a figment of our imagination.
Imaginary friends,
Skirk.
Skirk.
Chef Mao, some kind of hallucinogenic mushroom? You got them seeing things.
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed her? Young lady? About this tall, wearing a purple dress? She ordered a glass of wine.
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell. And it looks like I did open the wine jar,
You
so...
gaslit this man into
Must have
believing
just
in your
slipped my mind.
imaginary
In
friend.
any case, that tells your bill. Come again soon.
He doesn't believe us.
Check, please.
Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like they didn't remember Skirk being there at all.
Maybe she wasn't there. Maybe we imagined
We
Skirk.
hallucinated the whole thing. But that Mora she left for us was definitely real. Oh, this whole situation
She must have
is
stolen it from Child. That's why it was real.
Anyway, she told us to head to the Guili Plains, right? Let's not keep her waiting.
We're off to see the Wizard of Guili Plains. Wait, you can run into people now?
Apparently.
Why is it only her that you can run into? What?
She's the only real person in this entire city.
What the fuck?
Why? What?
I figured it out. She's extra real. She's just Skirks.
No, I bumped into that guy. I bumped into that guy. I bumped into this guy.
Skirks just misplaced some of her reality.
I don't know. I bumped into him.
Huh.
Can you bump into some NPCs now?
Apparently.
But why some?
Well, it seems like you can't bump into old people. You can't bump into people that are in a specific animation, it seems like.
Maybe. That's weird. Oh, so I was going to say something, but I forgot, so... Oh, well. Oh, right. So that's... So Skirk's voice actor, that's Misha, by the way.
Misha's alive!
Same voice actors.
It'd be really funny if Misha and Skirt were switched in production, so Skirt was supposed to actually be the watchmaker and Misha was supposed to be Child's Master.
Oh god.
Whoa. What are all these Rift Hounds doing here? Huh.
Having
Looks
fun.
like they're collecting something. Well, let's go check it out.
They're collecting stamps.
This is the stamp collectathon.
Hold the line.
The wind knows me. Wind strider.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Clouds high. The birds call.
No, I think it's the first time I've seen you use Raiden's ult to the
This is what they were
finale.
collecting. It looks yeah.
God remains? What the fuck are God remains?
From the moment they're born, all beings with great
Bits
power
and
have an
pieces
impact
of
on
deities that have kicked the
Even if
bucket.
their
It's
body is
frozen.
sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains.
Bro, she just walked up and just won. What the fuck? She didn't have to do anything.
Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods
Oh,
who
yeah,
fell
right.
thousands of years ago remain buried deep within the earth,
Okay, yeah, I remember
carrying
that
within
much.
them a warped will and a dark curse.
Hi, Salt God.
Together, these remnants form what you call God remains, and it appears that some of those sealed here were dug up and removed. There are traces left, but they're fading fast.
Climb on?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Just wanted to make sure you were, real? She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Someone poked her, and she's solid.
Your life
So,
hangs
she
in
could
the
be a
balance,
poltergeist.
And that's what you're fixated on?
Yes.
Strange set of priorities. It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those memories are erased. Simple as that.
What?
But we
Who's around?
noticed you.
Fuck off, Daniel. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck you for that. Fuck off. I was getting so attached to that. Fuck off.
Who's Skirt?
Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a
I was
connection
strangling
with
you
the
so
world.
bad.
The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me.
Bruh.
They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Now,
What are you
This
gonna
whole
do?
thing is
Mind wipe them
mood.
completely?
I mean, she probably can if someone's annoying her enough. She can be like, alright, you. Fuck all your memories. Wait, hold on, is she a memo keeper?
I'm telling you, they were switched at birth.
Is she a memo keeper? Like she's from outside Teyvat. She could be a memo keeper. And that would make sense why she's here on a mission to do this stuff. Like she got caught up in all this, but like she might straight up be a memo keeper. That's a question for later.
Okay. Where were we? Right. The God remains. So, basically, there's now less of them here than there used to be, right? Isn't that a good thing?
No, because that means somebody's
In
taking
our
them.
experience, God remains are 100% bad news. A lot of terrible things have happened because of them.
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but power doesn't come from nothing. And it doesn't just disappear for no reason. The remains aren't just gone. They were taken. Very clever, Traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. The only difference being, you can speak, and the remains cannot. So it went unnoticed. Something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, countless consecrated beasts were slaughtered, and a large amount of the god remains buried in the desert went missing.
Oh, that's not good.
Of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world.
They're attacking the constellations?
Above.
Wait, you mean
That's not good.
the stars?
Mm-hmm. 42 of them have died out in the past few months alone.
Alright, I love Herta's ult. It's great. 42. Also, there's a reason they probably chose that number. Hitchhikers.
In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear, but gradually evolve into a new constellation. Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely, and it's not hard to deduce what's happening to the power they contain. Something has been leeching power from this world, like a parasite steals nutrients from a host.
It's a Dyson sphere.
It's no longer satisfied with the remains of the dead.
It's another fucking scepter.
You. This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time, there's no telling how far it could go. No one knows. All I know for certain is this. Getting back what you lost will not be easy. Considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least.
Okay, so that means we can kill it.
Souls are fragile
We
things,
can pile
and
bonk
yours
it.
could easily be
Greg.
crushed if you go up against it.
So you're gonna help us, right?
The rift towns are still
No.
frozen back there, by the way.
We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncovering this thing's true identity.
Well, great.
Well,
You
thanks.
seem super strong, and you know a lot about the Abyss, so Paimon will take it.
Thanks.
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis.
God, she just does
Thanks,
not care.
George.
And I should
A
warn
sudden
you,
crisis.
Her
getting
VA is
mixed up with
fuck
me can have
hilarious.
unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt, trust me. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction, that's all. You would do well to remember that.
Oh.
Now, come along.
Oh, goodbye, Sandy. We hardly knew ye.
You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since she's agreed to help us. But nope, she's just like when we met her in the primordial sea. So cold. Well,
I would not believe
if
any of
that's how
that.
it's gonna be, then she doesn't deserve our friendship.
Hey, yay!
What she
New
does
nickname.
deserve is a super embarrassing nickname.
Oh, God.
How about
not
emergency food?
Frosty the Lavender Melon. Serves that ice queen right.
Why?
Anyway, the important thing is that we get that piece of your soul back. So, let's follow her and see what sort of plan she's got.
If you want a nickname to be truly embarrassing, base it on personality traits and not appearance.
Yeah.
Appearance
Also,
is
whoa.
easily changed.
That's
and
like a 3D
she can change
object.
her clothes, so she's not
think.
Lavender Melanie anymore.
It's literally like a hole in the fucking world. Holy shit. Like it's a physical object. That's crazy. How did they do that?
Magic.
Enter, please. Whoa.
Well, this is interesting.
This place is way bigger than Paimon expected. Where are we?
This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place. I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months. In that time, only 3 days passed in the outside world.
Ajax?
Or nothing's going to change.
Right! That's Child's real name! Yeah, Paimon remembers him someone mentioning something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So, a month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world? That should mean we're safe from that power-hungry soul snatcher for now, right?
No.
Disagreed.
Yes. Well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside world, the Traveler could be attacked at any moment. But coming here has bought us quite a bit of time. Now, we just need to figure out how to investigate that place you saw. The one full of fog. Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the abyss. It could even be a domain similar to this one. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the abyss is a chaotic and turbulent place. If we want to pinpoint their location, we need to see what that space looks like without the fog. Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded abyssal power before?
Yes.
Well, but I've eaten it
Do you
before.
plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the abyss is something sinister, and that abyssal power is a wild and dangerous force that always spells disaster.
You're not wrong, but we can use
That's
it.
not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now just another tool in your arsenal. I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to turn to the second best option. A little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your head, and we'll be able to perform dream mirroring when we fall asleep.
Dream mirroring?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see, think, and feel. Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power, and have no plans to jump in the deep end right now, I'll have to do the investigating for you. With dream mirroring, every time you slip into a deep sleep, I'll see with my own eyes whatever scene plays out in your mind. Then, I can guide you through the dream environment.
Is this just Inception?
Back what was stolen from you.
This is just Inception. Also, imagine the Traveler doesn't dream about the weapon, he just dreams about the fucking harem Toyo keeps giving him.
I was trying very hard not to say anything about it.
I don't care. I think it's funny. Just imagine, like, someone please do that. Like, it'd be so funny. Just have, like, the Traveler fall asleep, Skirk fall asleep as well, and then she's like, oh, and like all the ladies are there, just being like, "Hi, Traveler." And then there's a version of her as well that's like nice.
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. Even assuming we do manage to find where this entity is hiding. Like I said, getting your soul fragment back won't be easy. To play it safe, I need to give you some special training first.
Wait, you're gonna teach him some of your martial arts?
No.
Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our senior?
Do as you want. For my part, I don't see you as my disciples.
I don't see
You're
anybody
already a
as my
good fighter.
disciples.
All I'm planning to do is build on your current skills and train you for the specific scenarios that I think we might face. But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here, but that's no excuse to waste it.
Oh, she moves fast. Paimon can hardly keep up with her. So, special
Move faster, you're gonna get left behind.
A rare opportunity. With your skills, there's not a lot of people qualified to train you. The last time something like this happened was probably anti-Raiden Shogun training.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Feels like a lifetime ago. Skirk seems pretty strong too, though.
That fight was fucking goated, though. That was such a good fight against the Shogun.
Was just her master's pet? Maybe we really will learn something here.
So is this thing we're gonna fight the narwhal?
Oh, boy. This place is cool. I wonder if this is the real sky.
Is this even a sky, or are we in space? Is this space sky? Or maybe it's nothing sky, and we're inside the pits of hell.
Doom guy just shows up. Whoa!
Doom sky.
Or resurrection. Hello.
Ready? Your training will be split into 3 stages. Testing your blade work, elemental abilities, and reasoning skills.
Oh no,
Start
we have
with
to
blade
think.
work. You're no rookie in this area, so I won't bore you with the basics. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talented sword fighters. Consciously or not, you will have picked up all kinds of techniques.
Yeah, we definitely picked up all kinds of tips and tricks with our 5-hit combo.
And Kazuha, Ayaka.
Best tip and trick: touch statues.
In every mission we've been
Okay.
through. You sparred with a bunch of them too, right? Nice to know it's all gonna come in
Also, I
handy
love
now.
how we do not remember a single sword master past Inazuma.
I think that's because they were like, we don't need to name all of these people. There'd be a lot.
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques alone are not enough.
Exactly.
You need a cohesive system to bring it all together. A style or school of fighting.
I choose whatever the fuck Obi-Wan knows. Or Mace Windu.
To use the
Or the different lightsaber forms.
Is your
Exactly.
skeleton, the foundation, the framework. Techniques are the muscles and other flesh attached to the bones. This is where your strength comes from.
I need a shave. My beard is bothering me.
Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you'd be weak and flimsy. Then again, if you packed on pounds of flesh without a big enough frame to support it, you'd end up bloated and unwieldy. You need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences and figure out which parts of what you've learned are just techniques, and which parts can be used to form your own system of blade work. Only
I know exactly my own set of blade work is a 5-hit combo.
Thoughts and observations along the way. Only then will every
My blade work is wind blade.
Is that it? Paimon thought you were gonna teach him some cool new moves. Like when you went swoosh and opened a tunnel to another place.
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even that's as basic a trick as any other. But right now, our sword styles are so wildly different that teaching you mere techniques is pointless. There are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. Failure is your best teacher, and rigor is your coursework. That's all I have to say. Time to make a start. Train until you're satisfied with yourself. Now focus.
I'm never
Destroy the
satisfied
crystal
with
columns
myself.
as swiftly as you can.
What?
Well, that went great.
Faster! Faster! Move
Use
fast!
the Soul Armor!
What the fuck, game?
It's asking you to destroy 900 columns.
What the fuck?
Hang in there, traveler.
I don't think I'll actually have to do 900, right?
Well, keep going! You're slowing down!
Oh, thank God. What should that mean to like 600? 891. I'm in the zone. Power is surging through me.
Charge attack AoE has increased? Your charge attack. Oh, wow, that is a lot bigger. Well, gotta go fast. Honestly, you'd probably be better off using charged attacks than doing attack cancels.
Yeah, you make
Stay
a good
calm.
point.
Use your head. You have to keep it together.
Why is this time getting longer? Also, it would be really funny if you used like your elemental ability. She just said reset.
Yeah. fuck's sake.
There we go.
There you go, that did it. This is transferring my whole view of Swordwork. I'm using the same techniques there, but they're having different effects. This has unlocked a hidden door in my mind, as well as spring of strength on the other side. Minds I'm seeing images of the friends I've made to that. Those are the sword styles and techniques I've come to know.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? What's their
I've never
guiding
witnessed
philosophy? What's their state of
I've
mind
never
as they
witnessed a
maneuver their
moment of.
weapon? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength, over and over, until your hand is one with your mind. This is the only path to true growth.
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
What? I could see eternity go by in an instant. The autumn's of many years from a single leaf. Let's just shall slice this maple in a flash. That's a good question.
It'd be really funny if that was they tried to make that his old line. So it's
that would be that's like a Star Rail 1X line.
That sounds like something Kazuha would try and fit into the 5 seconds.
I could see once the voice actors like all start to come back, they my sort of so much. What the hell?
I'm just imagining Kazuha breaking into rap in order to cram all those syllables into his ult.
I expect that at the next Hoyo Fair. Did she fall asleep reading a fucking manga?
Yes.
God damn it.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop.
Empty.
Well, our mind is pretty empty already.
Fine dining and breathing.
No, it's sword fighting and breathing.
Sword fighting and breathing. Oh God,
No,
who am I? Who's my sister?
no.
What is this? Do I have a sister? I don't know anymore. Oh.
No, it's fine dining and sword fighting. Breathing is optional.
Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it just as you wield your arms, hands, and fingers.
Here, Chad, here's my flopper hand. I'm just moving my hand in front of the camera.
'Twas on a deserted moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Ring cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water.
Is this what all the characters are thinking when they use their ults? Like, are they just thinking insanely long ult lines or something?
It's like 0.5x Star Rail line. Each slash of my blade, I feel my strength increasing. I don't know if any weapon can contain all this power. I'm in the zone.
Yeah. The only weapon that can contain it is the dull blade.
Unlimited power.
Yeah.
Now, if only this actually.
You slash this weapon to exhaust every ounce of your energy. Please help me.
It just gives you more stamina.
Looks like you've made some real
No, it doesn't even give you that. It gives you 1 more HP.
That concludes your training session.
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
You were sleeping half the time.
How do you feel?
Exhausted.
As you should be.
Oh, she did that.
Hard. You've actually been going for several days now with no rest.
Well,
she deliberately tired us out so that we could, she could get into her head. Excuse me.
Yeah, is that what she's doing?
Bruh.
I could honestly think that she's doing this just because.
Yeah,
Go
me
get
too.
Some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon. Let's hope you see that foggy place in your dream, so I can get this investigation over and done with.
See you on the other side.
Go to the camp.
Sometimes you have to practice a single movement 1 million, maybe 10 million times before the breakthrough moment comes. Nothing in the outside world can help you in this process. The most important thing is to remain patient.
Back we go. Boom. Why do I not have full HP?
Because you've been dying, remember? You've fought for days. Fought and fought and fought some more.
Paimon's already asleep. I'm in the foggy place again.
Well, now there's grass.
I'm seeing inside her mind while she's exploring mine. This is pretty bleak. What the hell?
It's a Zeely!
Hi, Molly. A strange looking creature. Where'd it come from? I
Not
think
a
it wants to
Zeela.
follow me. I think it wants me to follow it. Might as well see where it goes.
It looks
It's
squishy.
not a Sele, and it's not a Zir
Zila.
or a Zila. It's a Sele.
It's friend-shaped.
What?
Or possibly flying Pikmin-shaped.
God damn it. The fuck?
Why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man. I don't like going to his classes.
But mostly he's just an old man.
You shouldn't talk about your teacher like that. It's very disrespectful.
The kids these days be like.
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she needs. There's no point forcing her to sit through more classes if she doesn't want to be there. But I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday. Why don't you tell your dad all about it?
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. It looked kind of dumb, though, with that stupid big fat head.
Yeah.
I tried to shake its fin, but it just spat water at me. Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant bird there that can spit fire. I bet if I climbed on its back, it could fly me all the way to the stars.
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too. Otherwise, how are you gonna hear me call you for dinner up there in the stars?
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own, Zilly. Anyway, gotta go. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
I admire Mini Skirk's priorities.
Put on a coat at least. You'll catch a cold. I'm talking to you, young lady. You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lives outside. Always going on about exploring the beyond one day, whatever that means.
It's better than
let
exploding the
kid do what
beyond.
makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all bark and no bite. Come on, our little adventurer is gonna be hungry when she gets back. Let's get started on dinner.
Cute. I'm out.
I'm out. I'm free. Freedom.
Free bird. Yeah. No.
Wonderful. The weather's wonderful today. Skies are clear. No.
Stop
clouds,
flash.
and everything's blowing up.
But what lies beyond the stars? Mountains.
You see the train.
The eye can see.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I would love that, but the problem is they won't do that because they don't want to screw with lore or imply anything.
Like the people from the merchant ship said. Can't be the only one asking these questions. The universe is fascinating. If only I could meet some other people like me. We could set sail together and explore every corner of the world.
She just gets a golden train ticket.
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all. But for now, I'm starving. Better get back.
By the way, that's the same VA as regular Skirk.
Nice.
I saw her tweet that. Huh? It's over there.
Aliens!
Pom-Pom appears. Something's going on.
The aliens are invading and blowing everything up.
Independence Day. I will not vanish without a fight.
Don't let a single one of them get away!
Oh god.
Well.
No, please spare the children.
Execute Order 66.
They're coming! Run!
Help!
Eliminate the threat. Take them down.
Don't be scared.
Oh.
This way!
We'll never make it! Fire. There's fire everywhere. What happened?
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Well.
Why are you doing this? What did we do to deserve this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink, showed you the best our home has to offer, gifted you cloth dyed by our own hands. And this is how you treat us?
Run!
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from upper command. No one is to be left alive.
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages and burn their entire civilization to the ground.
Why?
Why?
The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife, correct? What's their status?
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. They're holed up in their home for now, but they won't last long. To prevent them from making some kind of last stand, we're planning to clear out the other zones first so we can send a bigger squadron to surround them.
Is that one mission from Modern Warfare 2 be like, where you have to defend the estate?
The only thing I can think of is colonialism.
Yeah.
Now the threat these savages pose will be undeniable. Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer. Once the other zones are cleared,
It would be very funny if Skirt, between coming to the vat and getting her powers, just comes and annihilates all these people as revenge.
Yeah.
It's like, hi everybody, I'm back!
Smells like something's burning. What's going on?
Something's burning.
Flesh, probably.
Your nose.
Can you quit flashbanging me?
No.
Skirk, you're all right. Thank heavens.
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go. It isn't safe here. They'll be back any second.
What happened? You're bleeding a lot. Dad.
This is the place. Alert all units. Prepare to surround.
Run, Skirk. Run as far away as you can. Don't trust anyone.
Okay, I don't trust
We're
you,
not
so I'm
afraid to
sticking
stare death in
around.
the face, but we need you to survive. My
You told me not to
clever
trust
girl,
anyone, so I'm gonna distrust you
You're
instead.
already so brave. I know you're going to grow up to be such a positive light in this world.
Whenever you miss us, just play this song.
This starts playing True.
No, it starts playing, fucking the Girl.
Don't let darkness claim it.
Well.
Break down the door! Look what we have here. A savage that can pluck a tune. Well, the show's over. You! Stop singing! Shut it! I said shut it or I'll make you! Fine. Have it your way.
This man needs to learn to appreciate the fine arts.
Yeah. What was that? Oh, Skirk singing. She can play guitar?
No.
Hands off. Auto.
Is Paimon sucking her finger?
Yeah.
Yes. She needs to be eating even in her dreams, and she is emergency food.
I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, time for the second stage of your training. This time, the focus is elemental energy. Come find me when you're ready to begin.
Stage 2, Huck rocks at it. Or Windblade!
Man, staying in the abyss feels so surreal, don't you think? No day and no night. It's like time hardly exists. If we weren't careful to keep track, it feels like we'd have no idea how long we've even been here. Well, except for the fact that Paimon still gets hungry like clockwork. You go do your training. Paimon's gonna grab a bite.
What?
I'm ready to
The way
start.
I see it, the pursuit of power is divided into 3 stages. The first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness natural energy. And after that, you're free to challenge even higher dimensions. The natural energy of Teyvat is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my area of expertise. I draw from a different source of power. Abyssal power.
Quantum energy?
Yes.
Oh.
Also known as the power of the Void Realm. My master, Sertologi, is a true expert in that area. After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all-encompassing power of the Abyss. An act for which the people of Conria gave them the epithet, the 5 Sinners. The elemental energy of Teyvat, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. These 2 forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. Suffice to say, there's not much I can teach you this time. A keen observation, traveler. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easier, I disguise my power to make it appear cryo-like in nature. It's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the 7 Shifting Serpent. If you ever change your mind about delving into abyssal power, I can teach it to you. So I've heard. You seem to have a knack for removing abyssal power, but...
Please don't touch me.
Purification really what's going on there? Like I said, power does not...
You are a sponge for abyssal power.
The fact of the matter is you've been eating it.
Let's focus on your elemental training. That's what's gonna help us if the situation gets tricky. True growth comes from adversity, but only if you make the choice to pick yourself up again every time you fall. So, it's time to push yourself to the limit, and then keep pushing. This is the only way to advance at pace. Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can.
Windblade!
Windblade!
There we go. We got our Windblades in, folks. Matt, you have not taken damage.
I did.
Windblade!
You looked full health to within rounding error.
Training complete.
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Oh no, observational skills. How did you manage?
I also did not hear any notification that your AP was at 50%, so you were fine.
You are very lucky this one doesn't have a time limit like the other one did. Well, alright.
Ending with Hydro. Hydro.
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes.
Sploosh. Bangarang.
I'm surprised that they didn't have Pyro, but...
Go faster! Don't give them a chance to
It's
strike
where
you.
they might be
You need to
saving
quicker
Pyro
than
for
you were
last.
in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
Can't you hold that for longer?
Yeah, I forgot. Water, like, literally Hydro Traveler is, like, legitimately worthless.
I know, but what have you been doing that it's not been holding for very long?
He's been
also
releasing.
Range. Oh, they are shooting at you.
Water jet.
Well, you seem to have gotten an extra target. Pew 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 pew.
Water jet. Go. Go. Go.
Congratulations, you did it.
The game just gave me that, honestly. Now we try to gain different elemental abilities in different lands. However, it's trained them all at once like this.
You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy without a vision and switch between the elements at will. It means your aspirations need no approval from the gods. Your power is not bound by the rules of this world, so be bold. Do not be afraid to chart your own path.
Interesting.
It's useful as a willing stream, no time surging like a raging river. Close my eyes, I can almost hear their voices. They're not like wild beasts battling me for dominion. It's more like saying hello to an old friend. Oh.
Hello, old friend. What the?
See, that would be nice if it was quick like that.
Phil, what the hell is that? Why don't we get that for Hydro Traveler?
Long enough
I want to be able to do
in
that.
your training, which is a good sign. Relentless practice with the elements has drained all your strength, but it's also what allowed you to make progress. Get some rest. When you wake up, we'll proceed to the final stage of your training.
So, question. Should we take a break now? Because this probably won't last us the entire 3 hours tomorrow, but... Oh. Well, I guess we're trapped now.
Yep, we are trapped in Skirk's reality marvel.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is a 4-hour stream now.
That's okay.
Like,
That
I'll
means
have
Fire
to leave
Emblem tomorrow.
early. Well, I will have to leave early
Oh.
because I have work.
We'll figure it out.
Well, I slept in by 10 minutes, so I'm fine.
Wow,
This place again.
10 minutes. Big spender from the guy that sleeps forever.
Did you bring me here?
Yes. I brought you here because...
Just floated away.
I love that the thing has a little okay.
Oh yeah, it does.
What is the secret to power?
Murder.
Longing. Hatred. Self-preservation. No. It is fear.
What are you, a fucking Yellow
Say it.
Lantern?
The fear of losing those you love. The fear of watching your home burn. Fear of loneliness. Fear of death. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to their environment and overcome hardship. It is in the process of prevailing over our fears that we surpassed first ourselves,
Guys?
and then the rest of the world.
Are you good over there, Matt?
It should be okay. I don't know what's happening to the game.
That fear
Okay.
is now part of you. It calls on you to evolve. And it is time to answer.
The fear is the mind killer.
Okay. Ow, it hurts. Dad, Mom. Fuck! I closed my eyes at the wrong time.
Minute spent missing home is a minute wasted.
This is a bug.
Practice your sword work instead.
Apparently.
Do not make me tell you twice.
But, Master, I can barely lift the sword anymore. If I keep going, I feel like my wrist is going to break.
So it has not broken yet.
Jesus.
Well, now I know why Skirt trains
Practicing
people
until
like
it breaks.
this.
I want to hear the cracking and splintering of bone. After all,
that is not.
Bones can always be reset.
No. If you do this enough times, eventually you won't be able to reset that bone.
I can't breathe.
I mean,
Everything's
sure, okay,
gone
fine.
black.
This is a place with elemental healing magic, but... Or is it? Technically, Tavat's the place with elemental healing magic in Skirks and Foreigner.
Once again, you survived. How do you feel?
Cold.
Like dying.
In pain.
These are signs that you are adapting to the abyss. Each time the flesh is
No, I'm pretty sure this is a sign that you're an asshole.
Each time you claw back from the brink of death, you become stronger. I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. Your potential goes beyond even what I could have anticipated.
I don't think that's why they destroyed her homeland.
But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion, crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form. Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh.
That's a great way of infecting everything.
Yeah.
Then take up your sword.
Yes, Master.
I can't get that suffocating oppressive feeling out of my head. So many questions about her past. Where does she come from? What has she been through?
Hopefully you got some good rest.
Excuse me, my god.
Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage of your training whenever you are. So, want to head over now? Or did you want to wait a little?
I don't believe that.
I mean, how much of it do we really have to redo? Wait, what sword am I even using? I need to get myself a different sword, my god. Am I using a 3-star weapon? Why am I using a 3-star weapon? Do I even have
Actually,
a good
good question. Why are you... But let me refine your question. Why were you using a 3-star weapon that wasn't Dull Blade?
Because Dull Blade's a 1-star weapon.
Why were you using a weapon that wasn't Dull Blade, is what I'm trying to ask. Dull Blade is the canonical weapon. You will not convince me otherwise.
What are you looking for?
Just trying to get rid of the exclamation point off my stuff. There it is. Well, it gave me C6 right now.
Yes, because remember Fire Trailblazer got C6 immediately or something like that?
Hmm. Oh, she said Fire Trailblazer again.
From your training so far, you have gained better command of the sword, and more control over your elemental abilities. That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey, the friends you have made, the dangers you have faced. These have taught you more than I ever could. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. You must be able to think rationally, even in unpredictable combat situations. To simulate this, I'm going to attack, and you're going to block.
I don't believe you. No.
Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable.
Dude, her sword is
awesome. It doesn't. The stance looks horrible.
Just like your sister. That reminds me. You still don't know what happened to her.
Oh wow!
Do you?
Wow, she's just really digging into the.
I know, but she's trying to get under our skin, so our defensive
I
posture
know.
is shittier.
I know, psych ward.
And there it is.
Hey, no fair! That's cheating!
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want, but only if you live to tell the tale. The dead don't get to complain.
Also,
have you heard
it's
of
very
ghosts?
ironic. It's very ironic that she brought that up literally right after we finished learning about.
I know. I assume that
Also-
was their intention.
Also, I'm trying to figure out what she's on about with that defensive stance being nearly unbreakable, and the only thing I can think of is maybe she's considering a complete counter defense. Like, because that was a good counter stance.
Anxiety, anger, fear. But a true warrior is never at their whim. Only when you are free from the influence of emotion can you make the right choice, no matter the situation. How amusing. Almost sounds like you think you know me. But you don't. You can choose your own path. We are not the same.
We are not built the same. We are built different.
Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion.
Okay, I have a thing I need down on my work computer later. I just got a notification about something that I need to deal with. There's a new version of that app that's integral to my job.
This is your
Glorious.
final training session.
For some reason it didn't pop up. I guess it's still in beta, but who cares? I get to flick skirt now.
But this time,
Time to roll out something that's still in beta.
Okay, what's
Hi,
next? Yeah, I don't think you got time to add a Paimon like that. Matt, what are you doing? Okay.
Water jet.
Wait, why did that one take so long? Didn't you clear it early?
Water jet. Water jet. Water jet. Water jet.
Okay, you need to just break two more.
Water jet. Water jet.
Well, I guess you need to also not die in the time frame.
Go. Water jet.
What?
Oh, you need to destroy the spikes on top of the crystal, so the ones that are shooting you. I guess they're classified as different things.
Water jet.
And they could have used a little bit more separation there, but...
No, they're trying to teach you to be observant.
Well, I guess that's fair, but...
Emphasis on trying.
Ain't that the truth?
Thanks, Greg.
Well, look, if it makes you feel any better, I thought they were just decoration. So...
I mean... It's one of those things where I think you've situationally been destroying enough of the spikes that it wasn't a problem that... or enough that we didn't notice. Because you had failed any of the other ones before this, we probably would have picked it up.
Yeah, it's not easy to control my emotions. The battle is overwhelming, but I can just focus all my attention on what my opponent's doing and how I should respond. So let's let my emotions take a backseat. Why can't I do that role in combat?
You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is controlling your mind. You want a unified train of thought. It all comes down to focus.
If they let you dodge roll in combat, I bet
Focus on the battle.
Game.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, you can dodge roll.
I would love to see Hoyo make that kind of game. That'd be amazing, dude. Holy shit. That'd be the most insane, nutty shit.
Cops in Genshin as a Souls-like.
Focus on the battle. I think it's working. I can choose to tune out anything that isn't relevant to the battle, but I think it's still pretty far from having full control over my emotions. I mean, they're making, like, basically, not Hoyo, but they're making, like, what is it, Ananta? And that's, like, basically GTA. I'm sure someone can make anime just Dark Souls. As a gacha.
Your mind is rife
Gotcha,
with
Souls.
distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak.
I'm gonna shut out the pointless emotion, but I'm keeping the pointy emotion.
You're going to do this kind of training, didn't she? How merciless does the training have to be to make someone substitute all emotion for pure reason?
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and I can tell your mind has wandered. That's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can concentrate on one thing.
So it's time to stop being
and
human.
Focused sounds simple in theory, but in practice,
What are you,
it's
then?
more demanding than sword work or elemental
Beep boop.
abilities.
Robot.
These right now are several emotions that are suppressing or rushing back to the surface. And exhaustion, frustration, doubt, but exhaustion's main. I feel like I could fall asleep at the spot.
Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your feet. Like I said at the beginning, the only goal of this training is for you to reach a point that you're satisfied with. You managed to push past your limits, which is a good start. You can be proud of that and sleep well knowing that you've earned it.
I'm never gonna be satisfied.
A chest!
Warriors will train day and night to perfect their skills. But when the battle comes, their fate may be decided in a matter of minutes. One mistake, one moment of hesitation. And just like that, all their blood, sweat, and tears were for nothing. You need to push yourself to perfection, or you might not even live to regret it.
Anyway, yeah, I'm probably going to head out.
Okay, hopefully, I think there's a stopping point coming up.
I wonder.
Oh, we lost him.
Yep.
Just you and me, Greg.
He fell into the abyss.
Yes, he did. The abyss of slumber. POV, Daniel. In like probably an hour.
I mean, how long does it take to fall asleep?
Me a while if I don't take melatonin. I can skirk center world. See a strange creature, but now I can navigate the space on my own.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sucked until I wake up. Can't hurt to look around.
Navigate.
Skirk is amazing. She faced down that terrifying giant and cut its head clean off.
Oh, she got hurt though, didn't she? I heard it was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment she was on the mend, she got right back to practicing her sword work. I heard Master suffered a grave injury once too. Lost an arm and a leg and still came back stronger than ever. Skirk's becoming more like him by the day.
Incredible. I wonder if I'll ever reach their level. They're always so resolute, so unshakable.
I want one of these things.
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world?
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
3.
Keep your gaze fixed on
4.
your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
I have so many
5
questions.
bodies.
I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe, and get answers from the stars. I just need to wait till I'm grown up. Then I can do anything.
Now, you must
Signs
bid
on with the
farewell to who
IPC.
you were in the past and become someone stronger.
Run, Skirk, run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
Let's see here. First things first,
Alice.
you need a new identity. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying you hail from beneath the earth instead? As the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same in that both are braving the dark unknown.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return. Although it might not be what you want to hear. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself every once in a while is never a bad idea. Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can no longer hear her voice.
Huh? You're cooking with fire. Just normally grilled meat. Hi, Paimon.
You must be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue feast just for you. Of course you are. That's why Skirk and Paimon got this all ready for you. Dig in. Before it gets... Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk can cook.
Can she now?
Paimon decided she can forgive the whole Ice Queen thing. Paimon's not one to hold a grudge.
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat until after the meal.
Or let's talk with our mouths full.
Oh, God.
I like this plan.
So full. Okay, it's Paimon's turn to sleep now. Wake her up when it's time to go.
I have good news. First, your training is complete.
Nice.
You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice. Continue to learn from your journey and hone your skills against formidable opponents. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, we just need to retrieve the missing part of your soul, and our business will be concluded. When Ajax trained with me, He once told me he was bursting with questions. So I allowed him to ask me 3 of them before he left. You and I may never meet again, Traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me, now's your opportunity. Just like Ajax, I'll answer 3 of your questions.
Spending time in her world. The most important one is, are you really from Teyvat?
Okay, not the angle I was expecting. What makes you ask that?
So I didn't tell you, but while we were dreaming, I think I saw your memories. It's the first time I've seen her break her composure. I guess this took her by surprise.
I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that exact reason. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen
He's in the party, true. She chose nerves to me on purpose and tried her best to keep him from me. Wait. The first time I was here, that was all I saw until that creature appeared.
Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Due to some recent circumstances, my self-control has been lacking as of late. Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. All I ask is that you keep it a secret. No, I'm not from Teyvat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars. A lot like you in some ways.
Trailblazer. Do you mean you're also a descender?
No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me, I'm just passing through. Several hundred years
You can
ago,
still influence
my master,
things.
Sirtologi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here. But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast
He's
unknown
nameless?
space.
Maybe.
So, there you have it. On to your second question.
He's a sort of Jingliu XP. Even she came before Jingliu. What is your goal in coming here?
To become stronger.
That
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. And somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him.
I'm gonna kick his face
my
in.
sole focus and purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. You have one question remaining.
Do you know of the Nameless?
The Muffin Man.
Shut up. Her goal is to defeat the foul. I wonder what her reasons could be. How quickly she believes the answer that she wants to talk about it. One question left. What should I ask?
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss.
He shows up in every Hoyoverse game? Yeah, that'd be something.
But it's been years now, and
Bobby
I've
Daniels
still
in the chat,
found
Greg.
nothing.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
get it, that.
She takes opportunity to get Child some answers.
Well, your last question?
You know, Child is looking for you, right? Are you going to let him see you?
Ajax. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already encountered many formidable people, studied their techniques, and developed your own skill set. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. A complete blank canvas. Children can't help but imitate their role models. In the long run, that would only hinder his growth. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then, let that motivate him to reach his full potential.
Non-calculated answers like she was talking about something entirely mundane. I don't know why, but I'm not buying it. She said sound like the decision she has everything to do with Child and nothing to do with her. What does she actually feel about it? This is completely silent. This domain must get lonely after a while. Not to mention, it's been hundreds of years since you were out in Teyvat, and longer than that if you count for how slowly time passes in here.
Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it.
A lot of times she never established a connection with this world. Is it really just because she looks down on the weak? How should she give me a straight answer? Besides, I used my 3 questions. Sadly, give me cold hard facts, so I still like I haven't heard her true voice.
Wake up your companion. It's time to go. Oh, and everything I just told you. Best keep it a secret from her as well.
Okay, but give Paimon 3 questions.
Can I have orange juice? Do you have orange juice? Where's the orange juice?
Oh, finally.
We're going to the narwhal. What?
Where are we headed?
I might hurt
Just
again.
follow me. I'll open an abyssal rift close to the culprit's location. It'll take us to where he's hiding.
So now that we're out of the abyss, is it possible
Yes,
to...
yes, it is.
Oh my goodness.
We can
that
leave.
Didn't take nearly as long as I expected
Okay.
to escape from that place.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do an afternoon stream tomorrow, just wrap it up. I feel like we don't have that much left, though. But, yeah. That will do it for today, everybody. We will, we'll see if we'll do an afternoon stream. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. If not, we'll finish this and then maybe we'll swap over to, Fire Emblem midstream. We'll see. But, Greg, what do you think so far of today's stuff and all the lore drops and things? Excuse me.
It is making me actually want to get back into Genshin.
I know. The problem is just like the actual game itself is just like
there's so much. I feel like there's so much drudgery to it. I might as well just watch it on, like.
Yeah, that's my problem with Genshin. Is there's so much just downtime of skip. Like, obviously, all of Hoyo's games have like quote unquote skip patches or filler. But I feel like Genshin's filler is so much worse than like Star Rail or Triple Z.
Well, one of the things about Genshin is, and I know we've commented on this before, but a lot of even the bits that have content, they're still rife with traversal.
Yeah.
And sometimes things that feel like busy work.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is I'm like, okay, I see that you like did that. Thanks, but like, can I just like go, please? Can I just continue? I don't know. Like, at least with Star Rail, like, yeah, it's open and you have to walk a bit, but like for the most part, all the combat's just like it's turn based. It's all in one spot. You just have to move from one spot to the other, and it's not like, oh, you have to do this whole nonsense dance. It's just I don't know. Like, I like Genshin, but it just has so many issues, and it's just I'm just kind of over open world games. I don't know.
And the combat system in Genshin feels like
it feels so clunky these days.
It's like they have the capacity to build cleaner stuff.
They just don't.
We've seen it between Impact 3rd and ZZZ. They know how to do smooth, intuitive combat gameplay, but I think a lot of it is, in this case, it's hampered by the engine and the pre-existing mechanics that they're dealing with, that like from literally 1.0.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe eventually they'll do like a HA3 style reboot where they like reprogram a bunch of things, or they just do Genshin 2.0. I don't know. But yeah, there's just a lot of reasons I just don't play this game as much anymore. There's a reason I come back for story and lore relevant patches.
Yeah, because the lore is really interesting.
There's so much good lore.
The story is so impossible to drag yourself away from.
Yeah.
That's basically... Well, okay, I can't say it's the main draw of the game, because I know how people work. I've seen how people respond to like a lot of like when a new character drops that the internet is totally on board with.
Yeah. I don't know.
But like this is very much a game that's leaning heavily on its ability to tell a story.
Yeah.
And sometimes that ability gets strained because of gameplay and gameplay pacing reasons.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, what are you gonna do? That's how the game works, and like this game's already 5 years in. There's not really much they can do to change it. Like, look at COD. They changed from the Modern Warfare 19 engine to Warzone 2.0, and that went over stupidly poorly, so much that they basically retracted almost all of that at this point. But like the problem is, you can still sometimes feel the Modern Warfare 2 crap in there, because that's the base of the game. Which is
But
why it's rumored that next year Infinity Ward is going to just start over again.
It drives me bonkers because there's so much stuff that I like and that I want to actively enjoy and get back into the game for. But then when I think about actually playing the game, it does not spark joy.
No.
As one with wind and cloud.
And the whole thing about a game is
it's not
there
fun.
For you to enjoy
Why
it.
bother? I said by Reggie.
Cynically speaking, it's there to make people money by convincing you that you enjoy it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I like Hoyoverse stuff obviously because I play Star Rail, but I'm just kind of over how Genshin works.
the one thing that I really think is nifty about Genshin gameplay, which is the elemental reactions.
Oh yeah,
even
no,
that's starting to feel like they're kind of beholden to it at this point. Like it's holding their combat system hostage.
Yeah, everything is all elemental. There's no like if, ands, or buts. It's just here you go. Welcome to the combat.
Like I remember in the early days in Mondstadt and Liyue where I wanted to do as much just fizz damage stuff as possible, and it wasn't super viable, but I could make it work and it didn't feel terribly inconvenient, right?
Yeah.
But more and more, the game seems to be built with the assumption that you've mastered these elemental reactions and you're going to be actively using.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad assumption, because if you've gotten this far, you probably know what you're doing by now, at least a little. And there is clearly a way that this game was designed to be played, right?
Yeah, I mean, this game was for like a while the gold standard of gacha. It's just like sometimes games just get old. Like that's the problem, is no one plays a game forever. All games eventually stop. There's eventually an end, and this game, like I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This game's peak was of like popularity and people not criticizing the shit out of it constantly was Sumeru. Like that's the last time I think the fan base was like, "All right, yes, this is awesome," because there was so much shit in there, and then just like since then, it's just not been as like popular.
Honestly, I feel the game kind of, at least as far as the sentiments I was hearing, it feels like it peaked in Lady Inazuma.
No, I'd say Sumeru. I'd say the Sumeru main quest. Like the game is for me only really good, like fully, when we're in a main story quest. Otherwise, I'm just like, I don't care.
Although, not gonna lie, Skirk's quest so far has been really good.
Yeah, no, her quest is good, but like there's so few and far between these kinds of quests that it's just annoying. Because like with the HSR, obviously there's like quests that are filler. Like the whole ghost hunting arc is kind of like it's the epitome of like filler. It's like, hey, we need an event.
Funny.
Yeah, it was funny because it
leaded
to the more comedic angle of the game. Like there was lore drops. Like if you're paying attention, and if you're not, it's still funny. Like the writing in that was really good. Because like the character interactions are funny. Because like, hey, look at all these three morons. These three are hilarious. I don't know.
Genshin has trouble sustaining that same.
Yeah, the writing team just isn't as good as the other teams.
Well, part of it is the tone that Genshin seems to be going for long term. It's not that it can't be lighthearted. It's just that it struggles to stay lighthearted without feeling like it's going to break immersion.
I know.
Star Rail, I appreciate the absurdity of everything, that even in our darkest hour, we
the
are
Trailblazer is still a
still
moron.
doing silly, goofy things.
Yeah, like, obviously, like, during the whole, like, as Amphorius has been falling, we've, like, still made jokes, but, like, when the game knows time to be serious, it mostly stops. Like, the 95% thing is, like, that's a funny option, but you don't have to pick it. It's an option. You could ignore it and play serious if you want to. But the writing is, like, consistent throughout the entire, like, game. Where it's just, yep, this is... Here you go. I don't know.
It's...
The writing team on Genshin's just not as solid. I think a lot of the good early Genshin writers kind of moved over to Star Rail and Triple Z.
The scenery is wonderful.
Fucking shut up, you bastard. Like, would you agree with me, Greg, that like a lot of the good writers seem to have moved on to the other Hoyo games?
I mean, I don't have any strong evidence saying that that's the case, but also that's the least parsimonious explanation.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, chat, we will finish this up tomorrow. It is 12:10. We've been streaming for almost 3 hours. Yeah. Everyone have a good night. Bye-bye.